No,
If I
no,
could
no.
be
And we are live, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi and welcome to We Can't Find a Witty Intro for this week. Your hosts.
When the witty intro comes, anyway.
Thank you. Hey.
Anyway, we last left off a bit of an unfortunate session because Bolt spent half of the session in the mouth of a hyena.
If Sean fucking clicks on my Word document one more time,
Oh, and
I am
it,
going to shove my foot so
Deja vu.
far up his arse,
Deja
the
vu.
house itself will have to teleport it out.
Deja
I
vu.
have been in this place before.
okay. Anyway, so Bolt had an unfortunate session last time. Everybody had we had killed
Just
a
a series of unfortunate events last time, to be honest.
yeah.
My life.
Copyright problem there.
No. The episode didn't get called that. It's fine. Episodes because there was a breakup and internet problems. So we left off. Everybody was asleep. Some of us several feet in the air.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, Renee, I figured out how to not make you mad.
Oh, that's a skill.
So-
I can
Please
view
message
only,
me the
not
details.
So anyway,
not.
I'm gonna need that.
as we were going, let's wake up.
Make me. No, please don't.
Like acid splash at Rila.
Oh my god, you and your fucking acid splash!
And
Wait, one second.
That's what he's
take
actually
LSD
fucking
and,
doing.
like,
I'm not
normal
actually
people.
doing
No. You're fine.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my god, he actually made a roll, didn't he? He actually
did.
made a fucking roll.
Got a D4.
Well, Renee.
Yeah.
Rila, have fun getting down.
Oh fuck!
No, Richard. I'm assuming. No. I'm assuming
I can
Avril's.
let her down.
No. You can completely forget she's there. You just pick up the immovable rods. She just.
Is she hanging from his chains? Though?
Yeah.
You know I'm hanging her from the chains on
He's
my arms,
holding
right?
me up.
Like if I turn off the immovable rod, she not only does she drop, I drop. I ain't dealing with that.
You fly though.
Mom,
Yeah? I gotta
catch
hold her
me!
out.
Mom!
I'm gonna hold my arms out.
Okay.
Drop her. Catch.
Drop her
Wait,
like
I
a
got
sack
that
of
in the voice.
spuds.
Should I roll to see if I catch?
Yeah, fuck it. Dexterity.
Can I roll to
Roll.
see if I land gracefully?
Okay. Both Dex. Actually, no. Dex and in athletics for Renee.
He chooses athletics because he knows I can't like add pluses to it, and he knows it.
You get the you proficient in it, right?
Yeah, you.
Oh.
So you get
No,
it's
you
better
actually
than
has
just
mythic
dex.
points. She has.
Okay.
+6.
So,
I'm not proficient in athletics.
Oh no.
Oh no,
So-
acrobatics.
Oh, even
Which is
better.
Trash.
I'm
So,
sorry.
well,
It's okay, I'm gonna land on you and it's gonna hurt.
I'm squidgy.
yeah.
I'm
So it's a
literally
case of Rila jumps off her floating.
Wheeler gets fucking dropped.
Well, gets dropped, and Aurelie puts her arms out to try and catch, and ends up with an elf face in her tits.
Oh,
I
thank
see
God
no
I rolled
problems
low. Hold
Wait,
on,
what?
was that the
Wait,
punishment?
Wait, did you land on my boobs?
Yeah, I
No,
landed
no,
face
no,
first
no,
in
no,
the
so-
titty.
One second.
My water cushions.
Sorry, through her tits.
Oh. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
now my face is like in your. Oh.
Well,
this is a
hold your
weird-
breath. Hold your breath.
Literally
literally
drowning in titties. Good job.
Oh my God, I am better than you're ever gonna get.
How do I sort this out? How can I not kill my child?
Just pick her up.
You like tense.
pull her head
You
out.
just
Oh,
eject
okay.
her.
Like she
Yeah,
just
pull my
leans
head
back,
out.
everything's fine.
Well, she's had a morning shower.
Oh,
Right side.
face wash.
My hair looks Gucci. Yeah, that's not
Your hair's all wet.
Anyway,
like me.
I can also...
so last time we did the killing of a bear.
Nick, smooth it
gonna come
over
back
that.
down to the
with
ground.
Grace of the gods.
Pack my shit up, you know.
So we killed a bear, exploded a few rabbits. What's next?
Wyverns.
Yeah, we have the fur. We just need wyverns,
Wyverns.
boobadaboos.
Wyverns.
Can I do just like a perception check so I can spot any wyverns?
Well, they were in the field last night, so
That was last night, but yeah, do a perception.
they might be around the area, mother.
I mean, we might have to go to that village and deal with the huge ass dragony thing.
You can see a few shadows in either direction, some bigger than others, some the occasional one appearing to be a lot bigger.
Okay. So we got the wyvern.
Actually, hold on. Just realised
What?
something.
What?
I have eyes of the eagle. Any perception
Telescope
check?
visions.
I have advantage. I can roll again.
Then roll again. But you're getting the same answer.
Unless I get a higher roll, I bet.
It's a motherfucking cloudy day, you're getting the same answer.
Ooh, where's my pencil?
We're waiting for a crit fail where he just loses an eye.
Nah, even if he crit fails, it doesn't do nothing.
So,
16.
same answer I just gave.
Bullshit, but okay.
Basically, plot
Sean,
requires it. So
Plot
shut
requires
up.
it, and it's a cloudy day.
Cloudy day.
So, don't call bullshit, just get walking, bitch boy.
Wait, but which way are we going?
Yes.
Directly
Second
upwards.
squish.
Yeah.
Directly
Can
upwards?
you fly us all up, straight up? Hang on to your chain.
I think I would win.
Nah, too much
as
effort.
well.
I thought you were going to head to the village.
Where's
Where
the
the fuck
village?
is the village?
I thought it was just a single...
Does the map we were given by the dweeb show the village?
Give me a second,
The
gonna...
map you put on doesn't show jack shit.
Okay,
Got him.
give me a
Like,
second.
there's not even markers for Dwarf Town. We know where we came from, but still.
No, that's an image source. Did not wish for an image source. Wished for a color source for now.
Who says a full
Are y'all
afternoon
fucking
worth of
putting shit
preparation
on
time
your
is
stream?
enough?
Because I like the purple.
Oh wow. Oh, there's just a huge purple square there.
Yeah.
That's a big village. Okay.
Yeah,
It's a
big
little
ass
more-
village.
A little more manageable.
Okay. Is
That-
that on our map that we got?
No, but you've been informed that there's a village in this direction.
There's a tiny, tiny dot.
So we've been informed there's a village southeast.
So
of
it's
us.
not marked on there, but we know it's there.
Yeah.
We've been informed.
Well then, let's head.
So you know what I'm gonna do? I'm
Sounds
gonna
like
mark it on the map while we know where it is.
There.
So remember where you put that mark, Nick. That's where it's gonna be
Just
forever.
don't take
It's
mark
on the
off.
stream.
Yeah, I know.
All right, so let's go that way.
Yeah.
To the village.
Also, have we got Delta out of the space garage, or is he just missed it?
No.
Oh yeah. Okay.
probably do
Sorry.
that.
Oh yeah.
No. 1 second. 1 second. Although out of nowhere, there is a slight buzzing in Averill's head.
Ah, he's awake. I'm just gonna open the door.
And flop out with a thud comes Delta 1d6 of bludgeoning damage, please.
Oh, fuck off, cunt. I don't know how much that is. Wait, what?
Roll.
You roll a
You
d6
roll
and
one
take the number-
d6.
You roll a
I
d6
wasn't
and take the
listening.
number away from your health.
5.
And that's 20% of my HP.
I'm just surprised he managed to fall out of the space carriage. He was already lying down.
Hold on.
That was more of the damage he took in the past,
Oh, the damage he took when he was put in there. Okay.
and when Gemma got thrown onto him.
Who the fuck put me there? She's water.
Yeah.
She got thrown in on top of you, and apparently did some damage.
Hold on.
You also
Hi.
fell into
Don't mind me.
Heal for your
How
health.
much do you...
Connor.
Okay, I'm only missing one.
And the entire group had to push you in, by the way.
Yeah, it took
It
three
took a
of
while.
us.
Yeah. It was funny.
They all got really low on
You
strength
just
checks.
shut down in front
Yeah,
of
we-
Dwarf Town, so we had to get you out
Yeah.
somewhere.
I'm meant to be the fat one. So why the fuck did the fat one take damage when the water nymph, well, whatever she is? fucking-
Genasi, you
Close
racist.
enough.
I know,
Wow.
but
Wow.
if I'm not allowed to be genuinely racist, I'm gonna have to do it in character. And
You mean like half the fucking dwarf village? Yeah.
Yeah.
Same, bro.
You should have been a dwarf.
it took a lot of restraint. Don't worry about that. I'm used to being a dwarf. I wanted to change with D&D, Sean.
Doesn't matter.
Anyway,
Carry on, please. I don't want to fucking...
anyway, so he comes stumbling, sliding, however you want to do it, out of the space garage.
Out of the door.
Yeeting.
Can I walk?
No.
Like a normal person?
Well, yeah, he did wake up, so we'll
You
allow
gotta,
the
You
walk.
gotta act like you're slightly hungover for a few seconds, though.
That shouldn't be too hard.
Fine.
But anyway,
Where's my amaretto? I have amaretto. I can do that.
but anyway, so
Great,
you're heading
drunk robot.
you're heading along to the village. So you're casually strolling along.
I don't
does that
trust
matter?
it when the DM says you're casually strolling along.
10.
Yeah,
Like,
what
it
the fuck's
honestly
about
knows.
to appear?
You're casually strolling along, and you do see something dive out of the clouds, low enough for you to see, and then back up.
Do I see what,
What
it
was
is
it?
with the eyes of the eagle?
Towards a wyvern.
Okay.
Yay.
I point this out.
So basically,
You didn't need the eyes
gotta
of the
kill it.
thing. Everyone saw it.
just saw it. It was
You
just
didn't
there.
say so. Originally.
No, because you never let me finish.
Stop
You didn't say just you
overcompensating,
talk it.
changeling.
Oh no, shut up.
Fine. Hey, that was in character.
Hey, that was in
Okay.
character, Sean.
I didn't know it was in character.
He just said.
He said it in character.
Changeling.
I
Yeah.
thought you were just trying to be pissy with me, but okay.
No.
If I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna sound fucking normal.
You sounded normal.
No, you didn't.
To me, you did.
Well, you're deaf.
Anyway,
Oh,
Jesus fuck.
So we found one. It's just in the sky.
I can get it out of the sky.
I want to see a pot shot of, and it hit.
You want to see a pot shot of the gods? Thanks, but no thanks.
I mean, I ain't doing it, but it'd be really funny. Just fly up there and then just super.
Just send Nevermore up there and have him lower it
No,
down.
because then they might eat his familiar.
Yeah, I don't want my familiar being eaten by.
Why don't we
a
send
wyvern.
you up there with your fucking bat wings?
I don't have them.
You left them at
Never
home.
You left them at home?
What,
Yeah.
are they detachable? How does this work?
It's a cape that turns
It's
into
a
wings.
cape that turns into wings, and there's like a 90% chance Sean's gonna turn into into a bat every time he fucking uses it.
Why wouldn't you have that on constantly?
Because he's got to
See?
do it.
Because I have a bracelet that I can heal with. Something that I can see extremely far.
Basically,
away
he
and
decided
have
he liked
advantage
the other shit
perception
better.
check.
Sup, tank boy?
Stops me from dying.
Welcome to our D&D stream.
Hello. So
Yo,
do you want to ignore the wyvern for now and go
Let's
on?
just keep fucking going, please.
Yeah, let's
I
get
mean,
to the
let's
village.
just head towards the village. You know,
Forget
we're
that
gonna
it
just
keep
exists
going
and
to the
it
village.
won't
this thing is in the clouds. We can't reach it. Like 2 people can hit it. One of them has to go close to hit it. Let's just
Yeah, so we're
go.
just gonna keep going to the village.
Yeah.
Just fucking wander. Off we go to the village.
So you're you walking along again. You're walking along. Takes from where you are. It takes, I'd say, about half an hour till you're within sight of the village. And from what you can see of the village, it's not actually that big a village. There are several buildings and a few what seem to be animal pens.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Can I roll a perception to see if there's anything kind of like around, like a miss,
When it comes to
or that sort of thing?
Just-
Sorry,
Can
I
we
just.
see people? Can we see shit?
you can see the dwarves going about the business. It
Okay,
does,
so it's a dwarven village.
yes.
Look at the human.
I thought that we don't lead with Rilla.
Yeah, I vote that I'm.
I vote we should lead with Satan. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
From what you can see, it's a bit of a. There's not many people there. It's a small community because dwarves prefer living in mountains. They just needed a sort of farm, or a. Yeah, you just needed a
A farm.
farm. I mean, it's a bit far away from town, but they make do.
Alternative.
Guys, I don't think I should go first here. They-
Seconded.
Dwarves don't tend to like me.
Well, I could.
No, not yet. Have not finished fusions yet. fusions is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Anyway, as we were saying,
God certainly it's
we
whatever his name is. What's the name again?
Avril.
I'll go be the figurehead of the group.
That one.
That's a terrible idea. It's gonna be
Team
great.
Dad! Team Dad! Team Dad!
but anyway, so
Face, go on ahead.
you you walk in,
We're sending same first, yeah.
you walk to the town, and it's pretty nice. Everybody seems to be going about their business, or heading to the building opposite the way in.
Is there like a sign on said building? Do we know what it is?
This is a sign you're familiar with after being in Dwarf Town.
Oh, cock.
How's the guild building in it?
Nope, it's a tavern.
Damn, so close.
Hey, same though.
I mean, it's probably fair compared to the fucking dwarves. They drink a lot, so it's fair.
I'm surprised the tavern isn't a guild hall.
Well, I mean, there was like the.
He
the
rolled.
place in there.
Nick just rolled.
I rolled a while ago.
You rolled
Yeah,
a whole
you
minute ago, actually.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Yeah,
I
it was
think
just
like to see if anyone wanted to kill us on site in Dwarf
Alright,
Town.
that's good.
no, it was to see if you got chased into Dwarf Town by goblins, but hey ho, we'll take it. You
You
thought.
just wanted goblins!
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine because as you approach Dwarf Town,
We've gone in.
You were like,
okay,
what the fuck?
We're in.
Just
We're
gonna-
not- we're not
just-
allowed.
You're in the dark.
just gonna backpedal a little bit. As you were walking in,
Oh, Jesus fuck.
I entirely forgot something.
Oh, good.
As you're walking in, you heard a little voice going, "Guys, can you hear that ticking noise?"
What's the source of the ticking noise?
Ticking noise?
The voice was Bolt,
Not over here, not over there.
and as you got to the entrance of as you got to the
It's
entrance
gonna explode.
of of this little dwarf village, boom!
Can't say that.
Bolt
Our
just
gnome
fucking explodes.
exploded.
A gnome just exploded. Yep.
Right, Nick, that's the title of the episode. Our gnome exploded.
But yeah, Bolt just
No.
explodes. D&D
Not
is
in
Dungeons and
character, but
Dragons.
He sounded like he had a blast.
That's a problem. Then.
Out.
It is a fantasy role-playing game where you play characters of your own making in worlds of magic and bullshit.
Terrifying. It's like an exploding
basically,
gnome.
It's a game where the
It's a
gnome just.
nerds game. It's a game
It's
for
like
nerds.
it's like an MMO, but with no actual
It's
pictures.
a game for nerds.
It's a game for nerds, yeah.
But
Only
yeah.
the Rickiest of Mortiest fans can play this game.
Oh damn! I best turn this game off then.
Yeah, see ya.
But anyway,
God.
Never watched Rick and Morty, so let's continue.
Nor as Richard.
I haven't.
but anyway.
Sean.
So
Really sounds like
as you
me.
approach the entrance to the dwarven village, Bolt
Consider
ex-
yourself.
Gnome exploded.
Bolt
Family.
explodes.
Shut
Shut up.
Let me have a look. I actually don't have Bolt open, so give me a
Can
second.
you steal his shit?
So
Uh,
No, he
gnome
exploded and all.
just dead ass exploded.
Considering his name's Bolt, did he explode like a shrapnel grenade?
No, don't give me my demons.
Well, no. In all fairness, my
This is
instructions
like
were.
a flashback, so nothing bad can happen.
My instructions were, I want to explode so that nobody can have my shit.
Fair.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
effectively, yes, shrapnel grenade.
Well, I mean, technically, there's one thing that Renee could steal.
His teeth.
I would very much like our companion's teeth, good sir. I'll roll a perception to see if I can
Alright, bye,
see
Tank
them.
Boy.
I want the teeth.
That's gross.
Haven't you-
Perception with
Nick.
perception with disadvantage because was big boom.
Aw, That's
Because
not
he
even
just fucking exploded.
because Nick doesn't want me getting the teeth.
It's true.
Eat
I think
shit
it-
on that
I said,
roll.
I was going to say, but with disadvantage.
Still eat shit on that roll. It's an 11.
You managed to find one very charred Smoky tooth.
Just fucking exploded. Great.
I could.
Gnome
clean that up, but I'm not going to try because that seems like a terrible idea.
Wait, how are you gonna? How are you cleaning it up?
I could use prestidigitation just to clean it.
What?
I don't think
What?
it counts as dirt.
What? The
The
tooth?
two.
No, clean
It's
or store
dirt.
an object no larger than 1 cubic foot.
I mean,
Don't touch my
not
tooth.
touching
Get your damn own.
It's Bolt's teeth.
Well, he doesn't need them anymore.
No, he
Yeah,
doesn't.
she's right. What's he gonna do with them?
It seems that his inventions and his tools, well nicely designed, had a few flaws.
Not stable at all.
Oh my god, those things are more unstable than Gemma after 2 drinks.
Wow! I've been read to film. My wig has been snatched. I am bold right now.
Anyway. Anyway.
You're not coming round my house.
Okay, continue.
You're not welcome here.
You've been shunned for life.
Not with that disgusting wig. Okay?
You're right there.
although you know the best part about the bolt exploding is just the only note in Renee's thing is just bolt exploded.
And I was gonna draw you a picture as well.
Just like as we're walking in, we hear a
Just
little
add
bit.
like a
Saying,
shrapnel
can you
in
hear
it,
that?
you
Can
know?
you hear that ticking noise?
You don't deserve
Bolt
the
exploded.
You don't deserve the drawing.
Just gonna point out you've now got to explain this to Gerd and anybody that knew Bolt.
It'll be fine. By the time we get back, everyone will have forgotten.
No
By
V
everyone, I
drawings
mean
for
the
you.
DM.
No,
Um,
DM is not
I
forgetting
feel
that
like that's not a very good threat.
Bolt exploded.
I'm
Cross
genuinely
that
sad
bridge
for
when
that.
we come to it.
Yeah. Like, to be fair, we'll just have to honestly tell. We're honestly not entirely sure what
I'm
happened.
gonna look them dead
He
in the
just
eye
exploded.
and say he just boom.
Anyway,
We
so
were walking into town and he just exploded.
He's allergic to dwarven villages.
but he lived
He
in
was fine,
Dwarf
he was
Town.
fine in the city, but he
He's
was allergic to
deathly
the village.
allergic to dwarven villages, it seems.
It just expired as we reached the taverns.
Yeah.
Continue.
He was not worthy.
But anyway,
He tried to lift Thor's hammer, like,
He should have gone for the head.
should have gone for the head.
I know it.
Richard's fucking dying!
So Nick, we're in the town now after having our companion.
After our flashback of Bolt
Are we just
exploding.
covered in?
Are
Are we
we
just covered in
covered
his
in-
organs? Like,
Like I
That'll
said,
be
I
fine.
can clean
Can
things.
we deck save to see if we got out of that? I don't fucking know what
See,
is
the-
going on
Um,
here.
you
just exploded.
you
Did you
He
just
just
tell
had
me
to
that he
go-
exploded?
Either Matt or David.
Hey Matt, by the way, you just exploded.
hey, Matt requested it.
So, we're in the village.
So you're in the village, and so you walk in. You go up the path, and you're outside the tavern. There's a bit of fork in the road. One that leads off in one direction, one that leads towards another building. Opposite the tavern, there are 2 more buildings. From what you can tell, one is a farm shop, and the other is a general store.
Okay then.
The end of the path that has these buildings on is another building.
So what we need to do right now is find
I say we go
someone.
into the tavern and ask where the
Yeah.
someone.
The tavern will probably know where Wyverns is. All the people always show up there.
Yeah.
Everyone knows.
And if
I'm not going in there. I don't want to. I'm scared.
I just turn my ear.
I'm just gonna do. I'm just gonna
I'm
check into it.
scared. What if they don't like me? They never like me.
Well, fuck them.
Mom, I'm trying.
I wouldn't appreciate.
Wait,
that.
what?
There's a dwarf that I keep hitting on in the fucking town.
Oh, stop it! They hate you! No,
You don't.
He's not wrong.
You hear for my ears.
you must be blind.
So there's a
A
7.
blind
in the table.
waiter sounds very.
Did you just say he must be blind?
Surprise.
Walk into the tavern.
Surprise, he's probably
Hell,
blind.
Hell walks into the tavern.
You walk into. You walk in.
Surprise, he's actually gay.
I'm not walking into anywhere with Gemma. That was just backstab.
That's
Where
what
did you get that as an action?
That's what you get for fucking snatching my wig.
So,
Read this girl to the
Let's
right
just
and
go
she
into
read
the
me right
tavern.
back.
Continuing.
Anyway, so you enter the tavern and it's honestly kind of empty.
is there a
I
bar
don't know what's that.
key?
That's surprising. It's a
There's
dwarven
about one
tavern.
or two people in there.
Just see people come in here too, like.
It is-
No,
It's a haunted tavern. Oh no.
Me.
well, you saw some people come in here, but there are stairs to the tavern, so it could be the tavern owner going to their house.
Is there a bar? A bar?
Oh,
Someone at the
God.
bar.
There is, yes, a barmaid presently at work. And
Well,
one
I'll-
very drunken dwarf in a back corner.
I go over to the barmaid and ask, "Hi, where would we find out if there's any jobs that we to be doing?"
No, we're already doing
We're
jobs.
doing
we need to just find a
jobs, we
fucking
No,
just-
no, 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 no. He said it now.
I'm wondering about this giant wyvern thing that was mentioned in the other town.
No, 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 no.
I'm just like-
You mentioned jobs. That is the response you're getting.
You gotta be careful, Sean. When are you gonna learn?
When I
That
He's never gonna learn.
that I'm aware of, there are no jobs going in towns, and unfortunately, you're not all exactly dwarves. So not many people in this town are gonna give you the time of day.
Shocked. We're not
I'm
dwarves.
then gonna ask,
Who?
Who didn't tell me that I wasn't a dwarf? What the shit, guys?
yeah, I'm
Like-
gonna ask about this mysterious giant flying.
We're not here for the giant flying thing.
We're
here
here for a
wyverns.
wyvern, you whore!
No, if he wants to ask about the giant flying thing, he can ask about the giant flying thing.
Giant flying thing.
Let me do my
You
thing.
Isn't it supposed to be the bard that sidetracks the quest?
Apparently.
Anyway,
The
Stop
bard-
doing my job, asshole.
she
The bard's
also
boy toy that's sidetracking the quest.
Can't even do that.
I'm still waiting. Nick.
she continues. As for the giant flying thing that you're describing,
Very Irish dwarf.
the accent is all over the place today. I apologize.
Top of the morning to you. How's it going?
Uh,
Top of the morning to you, laddies. I'm Jackson.
Yes.
Carry on.
Sorry.
she tells you to talk to
Probably the drunk guy in the corner.
Always.
you know when you're trying to come up
Always
with
the
a
drunk guy in the corner.
you know when you're trying to come up with a dwarf name but can't come up with a dwarf name.
Oh, just call him Gerd the second.
Flood.
Blood.
Call him fucking.
Fuck it.
Sean.
Go to the farmhouse and talk to Boromir.
That's a human name, you slut!
I know.
Okay then.
Where are we going again?
Farmhouse.
To
Farmhouse.
fucking take the ring to Mordor by the fucking sounds of it,
Well,
lad.
we do have a hobbit.
I am then going to ask.
I mean, you better stay back, Renee.
Excuse what are you on about? The shortest person in your group just exploded.
Exploded.
And gnome just became a shrapnel grenade. I don't think.
That never happened in the books.
Surprise.
then ask about
Modern
the
Tolkien.
wyvern stuff.
That's how
How
it is.
frequent are they here?
Modern Tolkien.
What was that,
Don't
Sean?
explode.
I'm also going to ask about how many wyverns they see day to day.
We get the occasional one, but I don't really pay attention to these things. I spend most of my time tending to the bar.
Okay, thank you.
Fair.
I put a copper piece on the table and just walk out.
That is a very shitty compensation for information, but
Yeah,
whatever.
you're a bit of a cunt, to be honest.
Yeah, considering he also gave that one hobo like 3 gold.
Just give
I
them
think
a
you
piece of
gave him a
fucking-
gold,
Some people
Fucking
consider
gold
Just give them
coin to a
piece of
hobo.
fucking silver. Like,
but
it's
now
nothing to
he
us.
walked
No,
the fuck out.
he did copper. Clearly does not like
And
this
he
one.
gave-
I know. I'm telling him out of character.
As
on copper, I'm giving over there, and I walk out before anyone says anything else to me.
Wait, so Sean
No,
just
you
gave
had already
her
walked out
copper?
before we made shit.
she
A piece of
Walk out.
copper and walked away.
she
She like,
takes
tipped her like a cheap whore.
Shut up.
She takes,
like a
she
penny
takes,
and walks away.
she kind of swipes the copper off the counter and
paused it.
scowls at you as you walk out.
I don't
Understand?
think we're gonna continue walking.
Yeah, you best keep going.
I mean, everyone else was in there. Sean's left the tavern on his own.
Yeah, he just fucking mic dropped and walked out. That's, you know.
Yeah, I'm now
Can I
waiting.
apologise to the barmaid?
If you wish
Sorry,
to.
he's a bit of a cunt.
I
You
could
get
tell.
used to it after a little while.
I could sort of tell that. Also, could tell that. I don't think he's all there. Taps on her forehead.
He's never been all there.
You have no idea.
But anyway.
No. We'll get out your hair.
Oh, if you want to know where the farmhouse is, it's just past the farm store.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Much appreciated.
Because, you know,
Nah,
that one didn't ask and didn't even give his name.
Ow.
Yeah.
Much appreciated.
I'm not pushing my luck any
I
further.
just leave like
So,
5 silver on the desk and apologise again.
take that from your,
Oh, I got it. Don't worry.
So, as you leave the tavern, she did say a bit more of an instruction. The
Have any silver.
the
One gold is 10 silver, so do that math.
so as also the conversion rate is on the gold page. So
Yeah, it's on there, so don't.
she did also say that as you leave the tavern, the farmhouse is at the end of the path to the right.
Fun.
Unfortunately, I can't come up with a better name to this the farming dwarf. Actually, no. Fuck it. We'll see what happens.
You're just fucking googling a dwarf name generator.
No,
Yep.
You really should just use the fantasy name generator for names.
no, because the last 3 you sent me from that were absolute bollocks.
Trash.
I sent you about 5.
Yeah.
Not helping.
And they were trash.
It was still 100%
Anyway.
failure, right?
I like how this entire time Aurelie's just staying quiet at her boy toys fuck ups.
Yeah.
I don't
Understandable.
question it anymore.
He's just
Anyway.
kinda stupid. Don't worry about it.
So you head along the pathway of the pathway until you get to this house. The house itself does look different from the tavern and the other buildings.
I mean, it's a farmhouse. So...
It doesn't look dwarven in make.
Oh damn.
Right.
Because of Renee's fucking outburst, Barmy as a human.
Yep.
And it also has 2 silos attached to the right side of it.
This guy has a lot of grain.
Well, I mean, last time you were in a dwarven tavern and ordered food, they offered you bread, cheese,
And alcohol.
and meat.
It's made from wheat.
Fair.
Oh, Jesus!
Sorry.
Connor!
Sorry.
Connor.
I was testing a thing. I'm gonna move
Connor.
down.
Ah!
How did that even output?
Okay, so Delta walked up and pressed
Not doing it.
the doorbell that seemed to have been there.
Jesus shit! Deafened me, you
I'm
godless
sorry. I'm sorry.
heathen!
He doesn't press any buttons for the door. He just walks
I,
through the door.
I
and makes-
semi
No, no,
He
no,
just made the
somewhat
noise
fixed
himself.
it.
He's a robot.
no. He walked up and pressed a part of the door, and it mysteriously made a dinging noise. I mean, at this point in time, you're a bit scared of them sort of noises.
That honestly resonated in my very teeth. Like, Jesus.
My wisdom teeth are coming
How
through,
did I even
they
happen?
felt it.
I have no idea how
Well,
to
I
even fucking.
felt that in
Yeah.
my teeth.
Next time you're testing your shit, mute yourself in Discord.
Connor.
Noted.
But anyway, so someone comes to the door, distinctly not dwarf. He's a bit taller, though hair and beard kind of speaks dwarf.
So he's a kind of dwarf.
Fuck me.
He's
Yeah,
pretending
dwarf.
to be a dwarf.
So he's larger.
Is it like half dwarf, half?
No, he is human. Just he's been around dwarves so long, he's stopped shaving his beard so often
What? Oh.
and let his hair grow out a bit.
Oh, okay. He's a bum. Noted. Right.
He's the farmer. He's not a bum.
He's got a nice, fancy built house.
Yeah, but Richard lives in a room full of lava, so I just call him a lava hobo.
Yeah, you do.
So according to Renee, this guy is a farm hobo.
He is a farm hobo!
He had quite the magical doorbell.
Yeah, felt that in my fucking soul, Connor. Jesus.
The best
you're
thing about
man.
it, I didn't even hear it. Somehow.
Fuck you.
But
You're fucking
anyway,
banned.
so he comes out.
I'm turning off resonance, don't worry about it.
Petition to put down Connor.
Are you sure one of the party already blew up today?
Pros of him being put down is that we'd get deafened way less.
I think we could.
Yeah, little did we know I have the martyrdom perk active again the man.
But anyway, he comes out and goes, "What y'all after?"
I don't
There's
remember.
something
You're
Your
very
doorbell is
tall
very
for a
impressive.
dwarf.
That's because I'm human, lassie,
Oh.
and you're in the wrong place for an elf.
Well, who said there's a wrong place for an elf?
The dwarf.
The dwarves.
Well, since when do I listen to them? Do I look like the kind of person who's gonna listen to a dwarf to you?
No, because you're an elf.
By the looks of it, you don't even listen to your friends, so I'm gonna say no.
Not a lot.
No, that's my job.
That's fair.
That's my job. And I just put my hand up like.
But what are you after? I'm having a few problems.
Is it with the
We
knit
can help you with those.
Depends on the problem.
What?
If they're emotional problems, I wouldn't talk to us.
Yeah.
I need the same help. So if we
The word "Nidhogg" was not used. Sure, you take 2d6 bludgeoning damage as a rock falls out of out the
Incorrect. The
sky.
word need hog was used. You used it 2 sessions ago. Eat shit.
Exactly.
Correct.
I'm gonna say I
I'm
remember
not
it
doing that
being.
damn.
It's
I
in
think
my
I-
very notes.
Yeah.
I wasn't here last session.
They did say Nidhogg before.
Fair.
I
Okay.
remember about
I'm not taking that damage.
I can't
No,
remember.
no,
you're not.
I
You
got your
admitted it's
back,
mistake.
Sean.
Thank you.
I admitted I fucked up.
Keep track of your own shit. Anyhow,
Anyway.
Anyhow,
no response to that.
You got a fly lizard problem.
I hear you've heard about my Nidhogg problem. He kind of closes his door and walks out. There is a from where he is. There's a path to the left of the house. So to the right. So to your left. There is a smaller path, and he starts walking down it.
I'm assuming we follow
Can
him.
we follow him? Yeah.
Let's just fucking follow
Can we
him.
just follow him?
He seems
don't-
to be giving off the signs of wanting us to follow him, so we should probably
Fucking
do
single
that.
file. Can we just go?
Don't necessarily have to be single file. The path it's a path and surrounded by grass, so you can kind of just
I want
walk
to,
however you
like
want.
a true elf, skip after him.
Okay.
I'd rather not trample the garden, so.
I mean, considering the field you were just in is a bit dried up, the grass around here isn't too much better.
Still.
Can I just say, I'm surprised Vila's not trying to get a piggyback from Delta.
None.
That's because if she was doing that, she couldn't skip.
Yeah, Sean.
Anyway, so you follow him down, and he starts seem to go into a inner monologue of how he's having problem and losing a lot of livestock. It's why the town is a bit barren for people.
Quick telepathic sidebar. Guys, this guy seem a little bit monologue-y to you.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah. I'm guessing
The
that.
last person I heard monologuing was a very evil vampire called Klaus. Who almost killed my snake.
I don't know.
I'm not sure I like this.
Just stand behind Delta.
Don't worry about it. He's having his farm being eaten by a giant lizard, so he's allowed at least one monologue.
Okay,
He's
fine.
rightfully pissed off at this point.
Okay, so
He kind
we'll
of-
just kinda-
He kind of does realize he's monologuing and goes, "Oh, sorry, I get carried away." But by this point, you are stood in between three seemingly animal pens. One is entirely empty. One has about a handful of sheep in it, and the other has a measly 2 pigs in it.
Damn.
I'm assuming there's
Right.
been animals missing.
The giant lizard seems to like pigs.
And whatever was in the other pen?
He's a hungry
Probably
fuck, isn't he?
cows. Or chicken.
Probably.
Or chickens?
Probably not chickens. You don't usually keep them in a pen.
You could, but it's gonna have to be a
They
special.
Does
usually have
it
a
matter?
clue.
They
Yes,
want food.
it matters to me!
Live away.
Anyway.
You're not going to be cooking them in the
Just to go. he then proceeds to tell you that the empty pen did used to house his goat collection.
Goats.
Goats.
Fuck.
Oops.
I like the little pause where you just thought of something that wasn't anything anybody else mentioned. What the fucking cows, chickens? Ah, that one. Right, anyway.
Fucking
then-
climby boys.
So, let me guess. This Nidhogg has been stealing your farm animals.
I'm pretty sure I just said that in my monologue if you weren't
Wait.
listening.
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah,
you know, just to
I'm not paying attention.
I'm gonna let you carry on saying Nidhogg, Sean. But in the tavern, they said
Nidhogg.
it was like 5 times as big as one of those.
Wait, question: was the man that stole your goats the name? Was his name Apollo by any chance?
Look, can you not come out here and
No, it's Hermes. My apologies.
insult my
Yeah,
deity? I knew who you meant.
Anyway,
I got that wrong. But was his name Hermes?
Goat?
Because I don't think you're getting that back. It wasn't goats. It was cows.
No.
Yeah, it was.
But I'm
the
trying
cow.
to make a comparison.
let Nick finish.
So yes, I've got a slight problem. The town is deserted because I can't supply no food.
So,
Ah,
is it just
that's
a
why
bit
there's no
something going
fucking
missing,
people
or
there.
You
Go-
know, as a Satanist, I
'Cause
don't
I don't
feel
know if
okay
you
with
said
you
that
eating
in the
goats. I
monologue,
think you
haven't
should find something else.
That's
Going
actually really nice.
going
Please
missing.
don't eat goats.
I'm pretty sure you came here after hearing they've been getting stolen by a flying creature.
No,
Well,
actually
we
came
heard
here.
Nidhogg, but yeah, I guess.
It's not a nidhogg, love. It's about
Yeah, they didn't.
twice, 3 times the size of a nidhogg.
Quick DM question. How big is a Nidhogg in general? Because I don't actually know.
Big as fuck.
Is it a
Bigger
nid
than
pig?
a wyvern,
Like
smaller than a
if
dragon.
Y'all,
if
it's
a
a
wyvern,
Fucking
like a wyvern,
dragon!
It's
like
a
a wyvern is
dragon!
as long as Delta is tall twice.
We
Okay,
we
a
about to
wyvern
fight
is
a
twice as
Durgan.
long as
As
14.
Delta is tall.
We're gonna fight a Durgan.
I
He's
wanna
making us
A,
fight a
uh,
Durgan.
A fucking a Nidhogg is like 3 or 4 times the size of a wyvern.
Okay.
And a dragon is 3 and 4
And
size
then
times
the
the size of a
mysterious
Nidhogg.
creature is like
Wait, so
2 or
this
3
thing's like.
times the size of a Nidhogg.
So a Nidhogg is what I mean is like 60 feet long. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
If a wyvern's twice as long as me, and a Nidhogg is twice as long as is.
No, I'd say wyverns are kind of small for Dark and Light, so I'd say a bit tall.
Well, they're a bit,
just
a bit taller than the average elf.
So they're like 10 foot long.
yeah, about 10 foot. So Nidhogg.
I love how you say
About
average
30
elf, Richard.
foot.
Thanks, man.
You're a tiny elf.
So a
You're a
Nidhogg's
tiny
like 30.
penis. Yeah.
So Nidhogg is a
Oh,
bigger
Like,
version.
a wyvern's about 10 foot. A Nidhogg's like 20 foot. This thing is like
Another
40 feet.
about another 10, 20 foot. So about
Okay.
40,
I'm
50
gonna
foot.
claim it. I'm gonna make this thing submit to my whims. God damn it.
Go on then.
That's what she said.
Nah, if I was gonna say that, I'd say I'd make it my bitch.
Do you
Anyway.
not wanna?
Anyway,
Well, I mean, it's a bigger fuck off dragon. I'm not.
I mean, if you can kill it, then
Can I have it?
No.
you can.
I want it.
If you
Have a
can
deep-
kill it, I'll have
I
a bit of
want
a better time with my animals,
I want it.
So basically, he just wants it gone. Got it.
and I
want
may
it.
pay you for proof of its death.
I know. I want it.
Count as proof of death.
I can bring him its teeth.
No.
Its head,
No.
its teeth,
Okay, then.
a claw.
No.
Its tail.
I don't care.
A
Just
severed
think
body
of-
part of some variety.
No.
Okay. I just don't want to have an issue.
This thing is fucking huge as fuck. I don't think we're gonna have a difficult time getting a part of it if we murder it.
I want it.
No, you can't have it.
I want it.
You have too many things. Go away.
What are you talking about?
Judd, Claude.
No, that doesn't count. I want
Yes,
a
it
dragon.
does.
I want a dragon.
It's not a
They're
dragon.
not-
It's
is it?
it's not a dragon.
You also have an ice method. Don't forget that.
Well, no, I want whatever it is.
You can't
You
have
can't have it.
I know.
You've been banned.
Because I can't
You
give
can
it.
collect as many teeth as you want, but I can't adopt as many animals as I want.
Gemma, it's because it's not an actual D&D thing.
Not a creature he can give us. I don't.
So
even
I
know what
can't
that box
actually-
is using for it.
I can't actually give it to you. Anyway, so yeah, he's told you that proof of death, and he'll give you a reward.
So, I start asking questions about when does it normally turn up, where does it usually,
It
what
probably
is
usually
its
shows up
favourite
here.
prey, effectively. Loads of relevant information. I can't really think of what I'm asking.
He looks you dead in the face. It normally shows up here. It takes me livestock.
I said when, Nick.
It's getting there.
And I don't know because I'm asleep when it not
He's
shows up.
yelling!
So nighttime. I mean, Sean did ask a bunch of stupid questions, so it's fair that he's yelling.
One of them was relevant. The others were complete and utterly stupid. I agree. Just when does it appear? And can I ask him if we can borrow one animal? I don't care what it is.
That was actually going to be my next question, but fine.
I can't
Comes up with personal-
spare any. But
Okay.
if you leave the village the way you came in, and to the east, there you may be able to find some wild sheep.
You sound very certain about that. Okay. Thank you for the information. Can we walk away from this guy now so Sean doesn't offend him too?
You can't. You've been better off saying, "Can I force Sean to go away?"
Okay, can I pick you up by the collar and walk off?
Strength check.
Give me a minute.
Just remember which strength it is.
That's +3 for me. Remember that.
15.
You're not wanting to fight being dragged away, Sean?
Yes.
You must also make a strength check.
You fuck up.
Failed.
It's a bit more than just by the collar. He kind of picks you up
Just full on-
and swings you
full on
under his arm and is now fucking carrying you away.
You are now a sack of flour.
Pretty much. One heave ho and you could get rid of Sean somewhere.
And one asks us about later. He
Once
might
we
be
get
now.
into the main square bit, I'll just drop him like a sack of flour and we can talk about what to do next.
So you I'm assuming you head back down the path that he brought you down. He's following close behind because he's gonna go back in and probably get back to discovering how he's going to acquire more livestock. And you get back outside the tavern.
Right.
First stop
I
some
drop him.
sheep.
Do I have to roll anything?
Huh?
You would have to
No,
look
that's
No,
yeah.
I
that's it.
dropped him.
later.
Nah.
As if we're at the tavern now, I'd rather not walk in with a fucking...
No.
Entering in the middle
Well,
of
let's
sack
leave
flour.
out the way we came and go east, and then
Yeah.
we
Like
can
some
get some
sheep.
sheep.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean,
So-
while
Do we
I'm
have-
all for killing a giant thing, or possibly, persuading it to leave us alone forever by killing it, then
Death or
like
death?
we don't really need to.
Very persuasive.
Well, I will persuade it into being.
Yeah, that
dead,
is
don't
fair. We don't actually have to do this. This is
worry.
just...
Yeah, we don't have to kill it. Like we're here for wyverns. We don't need to kill the
Only
giant
it's meant-
thing.
At the end of the day.
We can think about it over time. It's fine.
If we
can go
find
hunt
it,
wyverns today if we feel like we can then take on whatever the fuck that thing is. We can.
I need to find where I put that
Time, I think.
notebook. I swear it's on this pile.
How many wyverns do we need to kill?
probably
I
just
wasn't here for that.
2.5
Just a
grams
few.
per
We
gram.
need 2.5 kilos of leather.
Okay, it's not mining. I get.
Yeah, we
fucking-
literally just need to kill a wyvern and skin it. Like
I get
we will
traumatized
probably-
by measurement.
we will-
Fucking,
You
like
have
given the
PTSD
size of a
on
wyvern, we will have enough skin from one wyvern.
yeah.
Unless some fucker uses the wrong spell at the wrong time.
No acid.
Oh, he
Yeah,
fucked
we had
up.
that problem last time.
He fucked up the bear with ice.
I can't hit it with anything else unless
Just
I
don't hit it then.
Actually, I could have used force damage on it and not really do much damage.
Hit it.
Just don't hit it.
We're not trying
Just
to tan
don't
the
hit
fucking
it.
lever while
You
it's
don't
there.
have to use your turn every turn. You know that, right?
But here's the thing, though.
I'm inactive most fucking
Avril
times
wouldn't
unless
be
you
the
do something
person,
stupid.
'cause other than Firebolt and Fireball, what spells does he have that can really do that much damage?
Me.
Necrotic damage would drain the life out of
Richard
it.
can do physical damage with his chains and hands.
Also,
I
Sean,
can just grab
you
them.
have a fucking dagger. Yeetus
I
Stab
can-
something.
the
yeah,
fetus.
I can punt
That
the cunt.
does 1d4.
It's still
something.
damage.
Damage is damage. We can punt the cunt.
Like,
That's it.
like we're catching wyverns. I can literally fly over to this thing, grab it, let it like crash land with it, using it as a cushion so I don't die, and then just stab it repeatedly in the face until it's dead. Problem solved.
Okay.
Anyway,
Doesn't do any skin damage.
What are we
then.
doing?
yeah, what are we doing, guys?
Wyverns.
Let's go find wyverns first.
So, you're heading back onto the field? Yes?
Yeah, I
Probably.
guess.
Is that where, if that's where wyverns usually is, then yeah.
That's where you
They
last.
told us where wyverns were, so yeah.
That's where you last caught sight of one because you could see a few before you went to bed.
What are you doing, Sean?
I started getting robots, so I left him.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
wyverns are still attracted to like dead animals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's not get rid of the stock of sheep that we might need to use for something else.
Yeah, but we can use one of them.
How many of them are there? Like,
I don't know. We haven't got out there yet.
alright, then we'll go in that direction and we'll see how many there are to begin with. Because we don't want to just sacrifice 4 fucking sheep in a hope to find a wyvern. And then we attract the wrong fucking thing and end up fighting the thing we were doing afterwards.
Don't worry, I'll just intimidate it into being dead. Don't worry.
Okay. So you follow the
60-foot fucking whatever it's called.
So you follow the coast of the river round to the east until you're near enough between what seems to be two mountains. So the ones that the village is sat at the bottom of, and then there's one just across the river from where you presently are. And you've been walking for about half an hour, and you finally spot a few sheep.
Heck, that way is not east.
Yeah.
That way's west.
Okay, we went west. Sorry, brain dead.
Beast.
There we go. Now you're within sight of a volcano. It's even worse.
Oh, okay, we're over there now. Cool, we actually went east.
I said east, so we had to go east. But now you're within in sight of a volcano.
Can
The-
we turn around?
The sea.
Man, that ain't good.
I mean, we're trying to go to the field that we just left. Like, we
Yeah.
didn't need to go either of
No,
these.
we're trying to go find the sheep first to see how many
Are
there
we?
are.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah. I point at the volcanoes there. I bet you would feel right at home over there.
Well, it does look fairly comfortable.
Looks a little toasty.
I could just leave this to you lot and go chill.
Go on then.
Well,
You've
we'll
been,
leave you to-
but anyway, you've gone around the edge of the river, around the edge of the mountain, and been walking for about half an hour, maybe, give or take, and you
Sheep,
stumble across 4 sheep.
4 sheep. There's 4 sheep.
I could grab
Brilliant.
them.
Now,
How far away are they?
if we...
Uh,
I would like to lasso a sheep.
Do you even have rope?
I have 100 feet of rope.
Okay then.
Sean.
You can do this. I
How
believe-
far away are the sheep?
Everybody has rope to start with, don't they?
No.
I put
Not
more rope.
necessarily.
Amazing.
It's literally depending on what
I
you
got rope.
get as equipment.
anyway,
Yeah, I know.
anyway, as I was saying, there are 4 sheep. They are roughly about 10, 15 feet away from you at this point. If you wish to make a lasso, roll me a survival.
Survival, you say?
You're proficient in that, aren't you?
I'm proficient. I don't know what that even fucking means.
You have a
It just
bonus.
means that your proficiency bonus gets added, but it does that automatically. So your bonus is just a bigger number.
18. I make a fucking lasso.
Well, the roll was for something else. So you make a lasso, and now I want you to do me an athletics. I'd say athletics. Yeah,
What are you
athletics.
trying to have her do?
This is to lasso the sheep now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fucking
That,
sheep
that,
is
that
not a
one might be
fucking bull.
athletics.
Would
I
it not be
think
dex to
handling.
throw?
I was thought animal handling, but yeah.
Yeah, animal handling would have
That
worked.
makes sense too. Yeah.
8.
Noodle arm flop. It's like you've made a near enough perfect lasso. Just you can't seem to muster the strength to throw it very far.
I've got a question. How heavy would you say this lasso is?
Okay, I got a quick question. How close together, at the furthest ones apart, are these sheep?
I have a second plan if this doesn't work out.
I have
About the sheep are fairly scattered. There's about 5 or 10 feet between them. The closest one to you is being about 10, 15 feet away.
It's like if I was in like the middle of all of these sheep, I'd have like at most like a 5-foot gap between me and a sheep, the father sheep.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do?
flying.
Probably gonna be a dumb idea.
Discuss first. Don't say you're gonna do it.
Okay, I'm not gonna do it straight off. Like, okay, I got an idea. What I could do, not what I'm gonna do, but what I could do is drop into the middle of the sheep and chain grab all of them. Because I
But
got
we
4
only
chains.
need one of them.
Yeah, but I could get all of them, and then we have more sheep.
I was thinking of just using mage
Where
hand
are we
to
gonna
put
put
the lasso and
sheep?
literally just drape
Space
it
garage.
to the sheep.
There's nothing else in there right now.
Yeah, we can just
Okay.
put the sheep in there.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay, you heard the plan, Nick?
Yeah.
I'm
Okay,
just waiting for
so-
them to lose a leg. To be
They're
honest,
gonna be fine. I'm literally just grabbing them. I'm not dragging them anywhere. It's just holding them.
Who gives a fuck if they're fine or not? As long as they're living, they're gonna function as bait.
Like so to make
Nick
it
rolling a
you know,
14
super
makes
stealthy.
me nervous.
it does. It's very nerve.
So to be super sneaky beaky, I'm gonna fly into the air, and then I'm gonna go over to the middle of the group of sheep, and I'm gonna drop down, making sure that I break my own fall with air malarkey.
Just
so I don't
before you hit
fall
the floor,
damage.
just flap the wings one last time.
Yeah, just like breaking the fall with air, and then throw my arms out. Each of the chains being animated and like flying off my arm and grab a sheep.
Hearing the gust, the flap of your wings as you go to land, 3 of the 4 sheep run,
Fuck you, sheep.
Right.
Wanna
Well,
grab the
allowed
last
too
fucking
many
sheep then?
and you are able to grab the last sheep.
Well, at least I got a sheep.
Well,
We
Yeah,
succeeded.
1 out of 4.
to the
rating.
space garage.
Yep.
Not
Just
one.
gonna open the door and just shove it on in.
I'm
Okay.
glad I'm not cleaning that out.
I'll make you do it. Don't worry.
I'm not doing it. Not unless you pay me.
What are you saying? He just empties it into your room.
Yeah.
And I will lock my room. Every time.
We'll burn it.
He can magically pick locks.
I could just go through the fucking.
Connor,
keyhole
just let them
if I
go
wanted.
for it.
Anyway,
Just ignore us.
We've got a sheep. Don't worry.
you now are in possession of a ship.
One,
There we go. Why did we need the sheep again?
one
Now,
bar
do we use it for bait in risk of luring whatever the fucking hell the thing that's been eating the sheep is, opposed to these wyverns which we've been trying to hunt?
We need bait
Because
for wyverns,
nothing's saying that we're gonna
I mean-
lure the right thing with this.
No, not at all. But hopefully, we can just get rid of the thing that comes
I'm not too fond of hopefully.
Don't worry about it.
Probably.
That ain't a good word in my vocabulary.
Don't worry about it. If nothing else, we'll just throw Gemma at it. She's got 115 health.
Oh.
I'm not a frontline. I should be like full in the back, just throwing whatever fucking weapons I have.
And they can-
Just gonna note, any enchantments left behind by Bolt upon his exploding
Didn't have any
disappeared.
anyway, don't
Yes,
worry
you
about
did. You had
You
the
did,
returning.
yes,
it. I thought it
can't.
ran out.
The workings on that spell are a bit not too clear on whether it runs out or not.
Basically, it's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone now.
Yeah,
It's
that's
gone
fine.
again.
I was acting as if it had gone anyway. Since like the first time he
Fair.
applied it.
Anyway, so you now have this ship. Where are we going?
If I'm fucking a sword at something, I'm not gonna get it back. Is what I'm hearing.
Well, I mean, there's the field with the place where we saw the wyverns.
That's
Yeah.
a good
Should
place
we
a couple of
use the sheep? I'm
Yes.
really worried about.
I mean,
wyverns.
either way, we go
I'm
back to the
fucking-
field because that's where the wyverns were.
Yeah. Sure. Alright.
Okay.
If we
I
can't
take
get
no
one-
not- if
blame if
nothing-
we lord the
If
ship
nothing else, if we don't end up using the sheep, we could just sell it to the farm guy.
Yeah, that is
So,
true.
Yeah.
You walk round to within sight of the village. When they're about the size of what Bolt was, a handful of goblins come
Fucking goblin.
running at you.
Bitch ass motherfuckers.
Who's in front?
Lightning bolt.
Ah, for fuck's
I want to take pot shots. I'll
Wait.
stand in front and I want to take a pot shot while they run at me.
He what? 1 second. He said lightning bolt. Give me a second. Gotta find the.
He said lightning
100
bolt
foot
first.
range, 5 foot wide, hitting as many as I can.
Wait, only 5 foot wide?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, he can hit a straight line. So he can maybe at least hit one of them, depending
Only
on
5
how
foot
lined
wide,
up they are or grouped
And
up
they,
they are.
oh, I just realised they get set on fire. Oh,
Yeah, this is what you did to the tree.
yeah, I just remembered this. But I'm still doing it. I've already called it.
Yeah, don't worry, we're next to a river. Gemma can
Right.
control water.
Roll to hit.
No, it's deck save 13.
Okay.
So it's basically draw a line between him and as
Any
many
goblin.
goblins as he can hit. And whichever one of those goblins are hit makes the save.
The spell probably catch 2 or 3 of them.
Okay then.
How many goblins are there?
A handful.
About 5.
Very specific.
About 5.
5. You have a handful of fingers.
At
Yeah.
least 2. I want that on
Nick,
record.
we have a very different definition of a handful, Nick.
Okay.
A handful
Deck
works
save
more for small things. Goblins, not so much.
Yeah. But there's 5 goblins. Cool. He hits 2 or
A
3 of them.
palm of goblins.
So
make the fucking
they make
sense.
they make the save.
Fuck! Okay,
Oh wow!
yeah!
They're not very good at what was it, Dex?
That's a deck save.
There's some fat ass goblins.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
God, no, it's 86.
Goblins are not very dexterous, apparently.
No.
He, Hell catches sight of the goblins, and his hands immediately start charging with the electrical and arcane energy, and in one good thump, disintegrates 3 of them.
Damn, they got murderized.
So there's only 2 left, right?
The other 2 kind of look at the ashes floating in the air and kind of look at each other going and like stop dead in their tracks.
I'm gonna yell at them. Goodbye.
Thump.
You called the weakest link. Goodbye.
Yes, I said thump. And hello, Bobsar. Welcome to. Thank you for joining us.
So,
I want to
What
take a
are we
pot
doing
shot at
about
them.
these other 2?
I want to pot shot them. I demand the ability to pot shot them.
I'm
I
not.
mean, they're stood still.
She did say pot shot.
Yeah, they are momentary.
done
After seeing that, they are momentarily stunned. So take a pot shot.
Shot. Pot
So,
shot.
roll to hit.
I am. 2 seconds.
She just needs to remember the roll.
They're looking at the ashes of their friends, so can they even make a deck save? They seem kind of
Thump.
That's
hit
just
one.
a
Good job.
hit.
Right, you hit one. Are we striking up another arrow and pot
Yes,
shotting
I
the
will,
other?
Actually.
I say do the damage for this one first.
No, I'm gonna check the other one hits first.
Okay,
the other
no,
one doesn't
okay.
hit, that's fine.
So roll the damage.
You rolled damage on that goblin you just smacked with an arrow.
Has
Nickel
your
dibs on
luck
next
run
row.
out after getting a 19?
So
Not bad actually.
Dead.
So now this one goblin is now mortified because he's just seen 3 of his friends get instantly obliterated by a lightning bolt, and an arrow sink deep into the eye of his other one, deep enough that it's near enough sticking out the back of the goblin's head.
Can I knock another
Yeah,
arrow,
sure.
look the goblin
Hey,
dead in
I
the
want- I
eye,
called
and
him.
just say, "You better start running."
I've already
Yes.
said goodbye to them, so-
Yes, but roll intimidation.
Oh god, y'all, I can't intimidate for
I think
shit.
she should get advantage because of that.
Yeah.
Arrow.
You okay?
Literally
Okay.
just like-
Am I allowed advantage?
You get advantage.
14.
19!
Oh fuck. Okay.
So
I'm intimidating as fuck, boy.
So, despite your demeanor, this goblin hightails it. He's now running as fast as his little goblin legs can carry him away from the group.
Nick, raising hand.
Yes?
Can I firebolt him while he's running?
Yes.
I was
Yes,
thinking
if you wish.
Yes.
We hit full murder today, and I really appreciate that.
Just note, full murder started with the death of a fucking friend.
That's right.
Natural 20, my lord.
Okay. Okay. No need for the damage roll.
Homing fireball.
Okay.
Instead.
Because
Fire hands.
with even your modifier. So again, the same way it did with Hell, you just see the arcane energy and then it ignite in Averil's hand, and as he pushes his hand forward, a black firebolt launches from his hand, striking the back of the goblin, and as with his first three friends, ashes everywhere.
Richard, do you happen to have a yeet sound effect on your sound?
I'm not having a yeet sound effect, boy.
That would be so useful.
I try, but I'm risking deafening people. So
Yeah, please
I'm not
don't.
gonna- Yeah, I'm not
No.
gonna. Don't worry.
Until you know what you're doing.
If I want to scare people, then yeah, I might. But no,
Until you know how to
I
use
mean,
it
the
properly.
closest I can do,
it was working earlier.
Sean, is the reaction of the goblins.
Okay then.
No.
We're all here for that Roblox death noise, Richard.
Anyway,
But yeah, you've just quite literally obliterated this small clump of goblins that came running at you.
Those fuckers.
Well, that went well.
I think I did a bit too much damage to them.
Overkill. Much?
Yeah.
Not in my
No,
vocabulary.
better than expected. I wouldn't say overkill.
You say overkill, Connor. Just be glad that Delta wasn't here for the shotgun of the ice methods.
Oh yeah, that was great.
What? I can't let you
Or
know.
when Richard
I
fucking
melted the ice
yeeted a...
methods.
Oh
Do you
yeah,
remember
that...
Richard last session he yeeted a fireball straight down a corridor and exploded like 20
No,
people?
I was there for that.
Yeah.
That was the one before last.
No, I was thinking of the ice methods when we
Yeah.
fight.
Just like bang, 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 shooting as many fireballs as I could, and or firebolts as I could.
I really do
Nothing
feel like
but
I need to start getting a goblin kill count up on the stream.
Oh my god.
I think
that's
the
the number.
goblins need to evolve a little bit before they try to attack us again. Because this is literally the same as like in any game where it's just, oh, a wolf. You're now
Cannon
hitting.
fodder.
Well,
That's all
fighting
they
the
are.
dragon. No.
Cannon
Oh, you know
fodder.
the meme from Kung Fu Panda? Just finally a worthy opponent. After like will be legendary.
That's the goblins.
That's the goblins, and there's just a pile of ash 2 seconds later. Okay, well that worked.
But
Sure.
anyway, you've I'm assuming Reela's
Finger hold of him, yeah.
Puddle.
I'm assuming Reela's gonna go over and get her arrow.
And probably.
Yeah.
And the teeth.
No, she's got goblin teeth.
Because I fired 2.
Okay, she's gonna pick up her arrows.
Second arrow missed.
With the one that's stuck in his head, roll me a strength, please.
Oh.
Fall over.
Roll a fucking shot.
You do manage
I
to
fall on my ass.
no, you do manage to pull the arrow out. Just there's no arrowhead on it.
It's out the other side of the
I'm just gonna drop the handle. I have an enchanted quiver. I don't give a fuck.
No, hell, I was
Why
gonna
are
say
you
let's still
picking
use
up
the
the
arrows.
arrows in the first place?
How many arrows do you even have left in there?
I have quite a lot because I keep picking up more.
Fair.
Oh, we're not gonna get anything else from the other goblins. So
They're goblins. It doesn't really matter too much.
yes, but what if there was a bounty on them and all we can hand them is an urn of ash and food?
We have 2
What
goblins
happens
left.
then?
They'll have to take our
One,
word.
Sean. Or 4 were obliterated.
Oh yeah. So
Oh yeah, brilliant. There's 1.
I'm just.
Well, they'll just have to take our word on it.
You people, fucking hell. Well, at
But-
least if they do question it, you can just say you want an urn for yourself, or you want proof? I can
But anyway,
demonstrate.
You
You're very persuasive. Don't worry.
But ananyway, you wade across.
With a sharpened row of teeth.
You wade across the river and walk a good 10.
Wait, can I wade or do I have to swim?
Is there another river?
I'm
Yeah.
just gonna
Fuck are we?
float, like air float above the river, cause fuck all y'all. You guys can go in the river.
No, I'm wading. I don't know. It doesn't fucking matter. I'm wading.
Yeah.
Well, either way, you cross the river and walk about 10 minutes on into the field so that you're moderately deep in.
We're in the field. Yeah.
Release the sheep.
Well, we haven't yet decided we're gonna.
Yeah. Are we actually gonna use?
Do
the
you
sheep,
want
or
to
are we gonna
calm
look?
down, sheep murderer?
I'm not a sheep
Well,
murderer.
we ain't murdering it. Hopefully the wyvern is, and we're murdering that.
I'm a goblin murderer. And
But you're an
occasionally
elf
an
murderer.
I was about to say that.
You're a goblin incinerator.
Yeah.
That's also part of Richard's job title, or just remembering back to the hellfire that consumed a few goblins.
Also the one
Yeah,
in the
That
cave.
was fun.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was goblins. I don't know.
When we were in the
That was
cave,
goblins.
Skeletons.
in
I know what's going on.
Forbidden Planet,
He dealt
the
with
acid
skeletons.
and the fire raining down on them.
Let's just. Are we using the? If we use the sheep,
Sheep.
we risk lowering
Well,
whatever the fucking
let's do
thing
the simple
is.
part first.
What?
Do we see any wyverns?
Yeah,
Yeah.
does somebody have to roll
That-
perception
that'd
on
help.
that?
I ain't doing it. I'm an idiot. So
I think Mr. Binocular Eye should do it.
Do I need
yeah.
to?
Just use eagle eye or whatever
Just,
the fuck it's
you know, go on hell. What do your glass eyes see?
Waiting to see if Nick says yes or no, but okay then.
This is your decision.
Yeah,
He
you
has a
were trying to
cataract.
find wyverns.
Ah, I'm trash.
But if you're using your weird eagle eye,
You can see various shadows, but you can't quite make out what the shadows are.
Can I see any better?
The glasses are just fogged up with.
You can see a size difference in the shadows.
Sean, you rolled a nat 1. I think you have a cataract.
Is
Isn't it
that
a
I mean,
six?
technically you should have rolled advantage, but that's too
I
funny
did.
to pass up.
I rolled a 9
Did you?
and a 6.
Oh yeah, you're just terrible at seeing things.
That's why I'm
bad.
trash.
Born a 1.
I don't think it's the goggles'
Whatever,
fault there. I
whatever.
just think you're bad.
Nah, it's just a case of that one moment he looked up and around that the sun decided to reveal itself from behind the clouds and blind him.
He just looked at the fucking sun. Great.
So is that like a medium-sized shadow?
The smaller of the shadows you see would be wyverns, the medium would be the nidhogg, and any
Okay,
larger
so the
than that.
The small
Any
shadow.
larger, we gotta worry about.
Quick question.
Would you say how? Well, answer Connor's question first.
Can well, it's more so for Richard, but can you not just fly up and then back down and check?
Kinda
He could get
could.
attacked. That's the problem.
Yeah, that's
would
why
you
up
say?
and straight down.
Well, I mean, if they're well, actually, yeah, wyverns and nidhogs.
if anything, that might lower them down.
Yeah.
If they're chasing Averil, we can kind of have him
Yeah,
make a
I'm
shot
pretty sure I
turn
can
and
fall
land.
faster than they can. If they can fly after me, it's fine.
Go for it.
Is that what we're doing?
Well, if there's none in the immediate surroundings that we can see easily, then yeah, sure.
You bolt into the air.
Too soon.
For fuck's sake, Sean.
Well done, Sean. That was actually good.
Well played, Sean.
That was good.
You
I was waiting for it.
That was so good.
you dart into the air and near enough go into the cloud level. But as you go up, several wyverns descend because
Okay.
to the knowledge you didn't know, they are finicky bastards. And in this world, instead of being attacked, wyverns will flee.
Oh.
I'm scared of the wyverns
What?
out of a cloud, like a hunter scaring rabbits out of a bush.
Right.
I rolled a pot shot.
So what are we gonna do?
Well, Renee, shoot
Oh,
I
yeah.
rolled 20
the
to
pot
pot
shot.
shot.
Yeah.
Does it hit, Nick?
Give me a second.
Are we knocking them down?
Depends
Like,
on
how we,
If
No.
20 doesn't hit a wyvern,
we
got
need just
fucked,
one
guys.
dead wyvern. Is enough for
You have hit, yes.
Yeah, you have more than
you need
enough
to roll
range.
again for damage? Or?
You have
Yeah, I am,
600
I just
foot of range.
Yeah, we within
Okay.
600 feet, Nick.
Yeah.
600, yeah.
Like one did descend reasonably above the group, so you were able to pot shot it, yes.
Close enough.
12.
12.
Okay. So you fire at the wyvern that seems to descend close to you.
Nick, can you just back away from your mic a little? beginning. Progressively louder.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry.
But yeah,
You will, James.
you managed to puncture its wing. So it's now flying a bit of a wonky pattern, but it's now even trying to fly away from the rest of you.
I'll knock another one.
Do we need to get anything back from these?
The
Leather.
leather.
We,
But
yeah,
that
we
comes
need
from the
leather.
main body of
Okay.
We
it.
just needed skin.
I was about,
10 does
yeah,
not
I know
hit,
that.
does it?
No,
No.
That glides gracefully below the clouds.
gracefully
I've got a
below
question.
its clouds.
Hey,
More
hey,
kind
Nick.
of you just
I've got a
Russian
question.
rouletted yourself again as well. But
Question.
Hey, Nick.
Oh, do I have to
Okay,
dex roll
what's
to
his
miss
question,
that?
Taxus?
no.
Oh, thank God.
Are you going first, Richard, or am I?
What's your question first?
Would I know if force damage would tear up their skin?
Yes, it
Mm.
would. And
I mean,
don't.
it's magical bludgeoning, so like would
Not
would hit anyone
without
with a baseball
testing it, you would not know.
If it's like hitting with a baseball bat, then that wouldn't.
It's just a
Yeah, it is.
magical
It's like
baseball
hitting
bat.
something with a baseball bat.
I like how this entire time Gemma's like, Gemma has Eldritch Blast, but has not spoken in. She can launch
If I
like.
use it, it could probably kill it.
You want
That's
it dead.
fine. That's perfect.
No,
why-
wait,
fine.
no, as in like it could ruin the.
Leather.
That's what I was asking.
As we said, it's
Magical
like magical
bat,
bludgeoning.
magical bludgeoning is force damage, which is
It's like
triple
hitting
what
it
you
with a
and me can
baseball
have.
bat.
Yeah, it's like you throw a magical punch at the thing. Is what.
Oh,
We just
So
be
it
tenderizing the
Wait,
meat.
do
It's
we
fine.
want that? Is that what
Yes, that is
I mean,
good.
if it's dead, then
Fine.
yeah, we win.
Nick, is it within 120 feet? Or is it further?
Should be.
It's within. It's press. If you're chasing after it, then
Yeah,
yes.
we'll run below.
Hey Nick,
Okay then.
how
Chasing
fast
after
is
it.
it?
Oh, let's see.
Like, you know,
Well, this one's wings punctured, so it can't be that fast, can it?
I would say it would have reduced mobility.
It's with its punctured wing. It's at about 25-foot speed.
Okay, I can fly faster than that without even dashing, so it's fine. I'm gonna help.
And how
chase this
about
thing.
Averil chases it with a knife and punctures the other wing?
I was going to use magic
God,
missile to puncture the
no.
wings.
No,
Or
no,
break its
no,
wing.
no! I just
Why?
thought of the stupid idea I had
Do
earlier.
it. Do it,
Do it.
pussy. Bite it.
Ah, fuck.
Ah,
Nick,
See,
yeah, sure.
can I
Yeah,
chase
go
this
for it.
thing down?
if you wish,
Yeah.
I just pictured something Sean and Gemma should do, and I kind of sad at myself for picturing this.
Dead ass a unison raid from
What?
Fairy Tale.
Yep. Just
What?
magic missile Eldritch Blast.
He wants them to unison raid it, Richard.
No.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know this.
Don't worry about it. So
Y'all
I'm
on
gonna
next gen
chase
memes
this
like
wyvern
someone
down.
else.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab onto this wyvern if I can.
Right. You're dashing after it, yes?
Yeah. Well,
No,
it's slow to me. I don't need to.
Okay, so you're flying after it.
Use the dash action. So I just fly after it.
Roll me.
To grab onto it.
Acrobatics.
I mean,
That'd
if
be-
it's grabbing onto it, I'd say acrobatics.
I would have
Yeah.
said strength, but yeah.
Well,
No.
then it'd be athletics.
No, let's go in acrobatics,
Okay.
because it's
Acrobatics makes sense.
it's airborne athletics.
Oh my god, I'm gonna.
That's
Be...
how I'm
I
labeling
mean,
it.
Wyvern
animal
radio.
handling is a bit literal, but
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
more for talking to
Well, I mean,
animals.
like,
in all fairness.
Yeah, I know what it
acrobatics-
means. I was on about the literal meaning of what animal handling
Yeah,
would be.
acrobatics is staying upright on a rocking ship deck, and athletics is
Running,
Running.
swimming.
yeah, jumping a long distance or scaling a
Grip
wall.
strength makes sense in acrobatics. There you go. Our one viewer says acrobatics,
Okay, cool.
and then
It's
posts the
grip
squid.
strength and it's athletics.
Nice squid.
Acrobatics is
That's
dex.
an octopus.
Just
you
roll
fucking
acrobatics.
bitch.
No, it says squid.
Yeah, I'll just roll
Hover over
acrobatics.
How is that a squid?
2. I can't hold on to
It
shit.
says
As a
squid.
biologist, that fucking hurts.
Oh
My
God.
undexterous fingers have betrayed me.
Chase
But
You
yeah.
don't just tumble down.
Wow, Richard, that's
It's miss.
Whilst
fucking
chasing after it,
atrocious.
could I cast
I
magic
just
missile
can't
and
grab
aim
hold
for
of
its
a
wings?
wyvern, apparently.
Yes, you can. You will be at disadvantage on the hit because of movement.
Hold on. Just looking for my spell modifier. 19.
That would be it.
First.
Yeah, that's a hit.
The 19 is a disadvantage.
Yeah.
I hit its wing for damage with 3 magic missiles.
Okay, roll the damage.
So it's gonna have one wing after this, right?
Pretty much already does have one wing, but
9.
so yeah, you pop a few more holes, knocking the arrow loose that was already caught in its wing. You puncture a couple more holes in its wing.
So we only break the one.
How
And-
slow is it now?
It's still pretty much the same. Like, you're gonna have to puncture both wings to get this thing to slow down. And
Slow
to,
down.
As I have failed with grabbing hold of this, can I just use probably 2 of the chains as a set of reins to try and rodeo this thing?
okay.
Oh yes.
Fly it like a kite.
Again,
Reverse kite.
how will we check this?
No, like it
I
doesn't
don't
need
know because
wind
I
to
don't
push
think
it.
it'd
It's
be
just trying to
anything.
fly
I'm
away.
not sure how it would be.
I would say
Can you
strength
put the
to actually
chains
hold it.
through?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
but
I
the
wanna
chains
say
are attached to me, so it's weird.
I want to say
That's the thing.
athletics to actually.
Well,
No, for this one, because
Break its little wings.
it is near enough
Just
the
hit
it is near enough the literal animal handling. This one then.
Okay.
Nah. Can I assist by shouting advice up to Richard? Because I feel like
17.
No.
I don't think I need it.
We'll allow that. You managed to latch the chains
Natural.
onto
Yeah.
its
So now I'm
tail
next to it.
at least. So you've now you've grabbed this by its tail, and so it has slowed down
So
now. It's only
it's
moving at
not
about
getting
10
away from
foot
me.
ago. But it's not getting away from you because you're weighing it down, and 2.
Can I bite it?
It's injured.
Sure,
You
you
have to fly towards it. 'cause
you can
it's
fly up and
huge.
bite it if you
I
wish.
can just pull myself along the chain. It's fine.
Sure.
Gonna bite the fucking.
The chain's
Okay.
now a grappling
Roll to
hook.
hit.
I need to just
sense.
remember what this is to hit. Give me a second. I haven't bitten anything yet.
To hit is plus
Uh,
5.
Yeah. Okay, so
God.
1d20 plus 5.
Bad is it?
I bite
Okay,
the-
good. Thank fuck.
You puncture an artery.
Pretty much.
Well, let's see what damage.
2d6 plus 7.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
17. I bit the fucking wife.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I probably got
I
mad that I
feel
couldn't
sorry
grab
for
it in the
this
first
wyvern.
place.
I feel sorry for this.
So
This
now
is for fucking
it,
dodging.
it's been bitten, so now it's sort of flailing and falling.
Excellent.
Okay, good.
It's got a tag along. So dex save me, Richard.
Okay.
no, he's deck saving for himself, Nick. But
Can I not just let go?
no.
No, you keep
You-
holding this.
you-
I mean, that
it's
makes
flailing
sense if
as you
retract
bite
the
it.
chain.
Oh, it's flailing as
okay.
a bite.
Yeah,
So
that's
it's
fair.
falling as you
He's
bite.
fine.
Yeah, no, you as you see it falling towards as you notice it falling towards the floor, you quickly latch your mouth and the chain and watch the thing plummet to the floor. It takes
Bye bye.
2. It seems to be a bit
How high
sturdy.
up were we?
Not high, apparently.
You were
Apparently
literally
fucking
like
3
10
feet
feet
off
off
the
the
goddamn
fucking floor.
ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
High enough that it only takes 2
I'm curious
bludgeoning
as
damage from hitting the floor.
How much damage is this thing fucking taking?
Delta, kill.
Wait, no, can I animal
Grab it.
handling to calm it down and just stab it in the back of the head like you would a lobster?
Can't we just...
At this
Like,
point,
like,
I'm so annoyed
Oh.
that you are not I'm annoyed that you're not an assassin because you could have just done that as an action of sneaky, you're dead now.
No, I want animal handling to be nice to it.
Just calm it down
And then
just shank
betray
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just knife in the spine, just
Betrayal.
twist, and there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Wait, if I'm expert in animal handling.
You
What does
don't.
that mean?
The numbers it gives you on your sheet are the not right numbers.
Okay.
It just means
but
that it's added 3 twice.
you
Uh,
you managed to sort of calm it. It's still a bit skittish, so as you approach, it is stepping back each time. But you've got reasonably close to it.
I'm just gonna stab it in the head.
If you can get close to them.
Right in the forehead.
Right in the forehead.
That's a
Right
hit.
down the back of the spine.
And how are you going to reach the back of its spine when it's stepping away from you?
Jump at it and yeet. Duh, I hit.
You hit.
There's one thing.
I plan to jump over it.
She can do acrobatics. Somehow.
There is one thing that.
What?
Ah, damn it! I can't find it. Never mind.
8.
It now
I
being
don't see why I'm rolling damage because I'm literally rolling to ask if I can mercy
Can
kill
I
it.
fuck a sword at it?
He can't just be
Stop! I was just asking to mercy kill it.
Oh, mercy killing the fuck. We need its leather. Who gives a shit?
for the sake of this.
Vote
Right,
for
who's
Delta
hit
or
this?
Delta?
Me.
No.
Renee.
dead.
Me, Sean, and Richard. Can
Okay.
I just mercy kill it?
It's a lot
You
of
can
XP.
mercy kill.
Don't worry about it.
Thank you. Right, I've fucking mercy
Sean!
killed in the back of the head.
I've not checked to anything else. I just literally googled XP of a wyvern.
Don't do it.
Stop
Oh,
it.
shit,
You're
you
not
do
supposed to be
every
googling
night.
nothing.
Sean, vote to kick Sean off the XP game.
No.
Can I have Sean's XP?
Me and Gemma did literally nothing. So.
Well, I did try saying Gemma could have Eldritch Blasted.
You could have.
Yeah, but I would have
Eldritch
fucked
Blast.
up the leather, though.
No, it won't.
It's the exact same as magic missile. Just less.
Magic
It's like laser beams
bludgeoning.
and more.
You would have tenderized the meat.
Yeah.
That would be about it.
But anyway,
Just skin. Let me skin the damn thing.
it's Mercy dead.
It's just fucking dead. There we
The
go.
Mercy Man is now top tier.
Top 10 mercy, man.
Right, so we're just gonna say you get you do get enough leather. Roll a survival check to see how many rations you get.
Do we need rations?
No.
Don't worry.
Wait,
about
Hey,
it.
doing?
why don't I just use this to lure the big fucker?
We
You
could,
could.
but we're assuming it.
But do we want to kill the thing?
Survival, yeah?
Yeah.
And Renee, this is
I
what I
rolled
thought. Like
16
you
on that.
jumping around behind the wyvern and just. Fuck. The sound is terrible. What the hell?
You get a
Why are you
good
so quiet?
you get a good like 9 rations out of it.
Okay.
Not that you need rations at this point, but yep, you get rations out of it.
Literally,
What?
I don't need sustenance.
And you get
You
enough,
don't need to eat.
and you do get enough leather. What is your next move?
Sean, do you want to fight the big thing?
Yes. But if
Oh,
no one else
fuck it,
wants
let's-
to, I will happily
let's-
just not.
No, we can
We
do
can
it.
We can
bring
do
the
it.
sheep
it's-
out.
No, just use the
Renee.
empty wyvern. The
Use
empty
the wyvern.
wyvern.
The
Yes,
empty
it's empty
wyvern.
of life. It is empty of life.
It's
Renee,
empty of flesh at this point, yes, Richard?
this is what I was going for.
お前はもう死んでいる。
Just as you come up behind the wyvern.
I don't even know what it is for, but yes, it's funny.
Oh
Fucking
my
joking
lord.
some more.
Shinderu! The wyvern just goes, NANI?!
The wyvern just.
I really wish I had my soundboard working.
But anyway,
What you don't.
so is that what we're doing? We're
Nine,
using.
nine, nine, nine.
Yeah,
Bar-
I'm just
burning-
gonna use some of this.
So how are we doing this?
Waiting until night and assuming it comes for the dead wyvern.
Yeah, assuming it comes for what is left of the dead wyvern.
He made a decent fucking suggestion for once. Yeah.
Okay, so
I can do that. From
So
time to
we're
time.
gonna sit around and tell shitty
Sometime.
stories till then.
everybody roll me a survival.
Oh god.
Alright, do we? What is this survival for?
Literally
Do we
a
win?
1d20.
Are we gonna die?
I'll wait until everyone else.
Is Sean
is
gonna
rolled.
get eaten by a bear?
Cock. I'm fucked. Right. I'm
No,
gonna
that's
die
Connor who's
instantly.
being eaten by the bear at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Well,
die
I mean, if
instantly,
it's
I'm
any-
pretty
I'm
if
not
it's
getting
anything
eaten by
about-
anything.
Gemma,
If it's anything like food, water, and shelter, he doesn't care. He's a robot.
Yeah, if it's food wars, I'll show you.
Gemma's a fucking god!
Well,
Richard's
I'm
World of
pretty-
Warcraft
Gemma's bare
is only
fucking
self-
grills over
was
here!
only saved by the modifier.
I'm pretty sure that during this night's rest, so everybody can take a long rest.
Fuck yeah.
It's an extra long rest because it was probably about
Did I have nightmares?
I don't know midday, but
yeah, we're
she-
just waiting until night.
I'm like 9 hours.
We just had some chill time. Then we.
for all intensive purposes, because I know everybody would be fuck scared of it anyway, from what I've heard. During the night, your resident bard put on a nice show for you, but as
But,
but-
yeah.
but as everybody went to sleep, she changed the form of her dancing lights.
Wait, no. We weren't going to sleep. We were waiting until night. It was during the day.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, just clarifying.
But it got dark, so the survival was to see if you got attacked. But your bard changed the form of her dancing lights into its more humanoid shape.
What?
You can do that with dancing lights.
What
by
does
the
this
way.
imply?
Basically, there is a being of light just stood in the middle of where you've got camp set up.
It's gonna scare the living shit out of you when you wake up, basically.
However,
You rolled below on the thing.
during the night,
I got a 5.
however, there were signs of something coming below the clouds, but the light seemed to have put it off.
Right.
Hmm.
So nothing's came. In other words.
Nope.
Yeah.
Release the sheep.
We wait longer? Because it's only like...
I say release the
Wait,
sheep.
what sort of time is it?
Well, you've waited till night, so I'd say it's roughly 10 or 11-ish of night if you were to put it into our time.
We can wait longer. It'll
I say
be dark
release-
for a while now.
Increase the chances.
What do we do?
Do you want to murder the sheep, Sean? Is that what you want? Because I don't
Yeah,
want
we
to
can
kill it.
just take the sheep out as well.
Okay, there we go. The house is only burning down a little.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Yeah. We're talking
We can
about
take the
releasing
sheep
the sheep.
out. Might as well.
Are we gonna eat the sheep?
No, to lure the thing
He
to
wants
us.
to lure it to us.
Because
Using
the
the
wyvern's not,
sheep.
the wyvern's not doing its job properly and luring
Yeah.
it.
Am I only like live food?
Right, I'm
You
not
could
coming.
do.
Then you stay near the sheep. I don't want to watch you get eaten.
Sure.
That's a soul.
I'm staying back just so I don't get eaten.
No, Sean. If you want to use the sheep, you take your balls out of your purse and you use the sheep.
I'm sitting behind a rock, peering over it, waiting to see if it gets eaten.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that I taste like rock, so I'm
You
not
are
exactly
rock.
appetizing. I'll stay next to the
And
fucking
wood.
sheep.
No, because you might scare it away.
Fine, I'll
Just
stay
pretend to be a
10
rock.
feet away from the sheep, pretending I'm a rock.
Okay, there we
While,
go.
like, in, like, semi-hibernation.
Well, the bard that we're assuming was entertaining you for the day kills her dancing lights,
Good.
so that it is now entirely pitch black.
Right.
Well,
Oh,
some
sure.
of us can still see. Some of us can't.
I
Yes.
can't.
Me
I'm
neither.
not near to the fucking sheep. Brilliant.
I can't see anything.
All right, I'll stay near the sheep. You fuck off,
Thank you.
as I can see. I'll just
I
stay.
can't see
Wait,
shit.
I'm gonna put up the hood of my fucking cloak
What was
and
that
sit
roll?
quietly.
I
So
saw a roll.
Yeah, you got 11.
so you sit you sit away
They go sit behind a rock.
pretty much in
I
silence.
crouch with my hood up in silence.
You all pretty much stay in silence. It's like you're not sure whether any noise will scare off this creature, and
Just gonna watch and wait.
you hear the bleating of the sheep.
Okay.
About an hour in, the bleating stops.
Wait,
That's a
The
good
we
people
would
one.
have.
with dark
Wait,
vision
wait.
spot
Those
this.
of us with dark vision would have seen it.
Yes, I'm getting there.
He's getting there.
Okay, just making
Dramatic pauses do not help
Yeah,
us
they
not
don't.
be dropped.
Sure. I'm
No,
very nervous.
it's good.
Continue.
Anyway, yeah.
However, the one person sat within range
Me.
sees that it is not the Nidhogg that has stolen the sheep and the wyvern corpse. It is a bunch of Bargesh.
Oh, fuck.
Can I light an arrow on fire and fire it at the Bargesh?
Yeah,
Yes.
That's a good idea.
Is this directly at a Bargesh? Or
No,
is
this is just in the general direction, I guess.
I try to hit, like, the middle of the
6.
pack. Oh,
I'm just trying to hit. I'm just trying to illuminate it a bit.
Basically lighting up the baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you
So I don't hit any of
Oh,
them,
okay.
but I hit over there.
Put that back up.
The house is burning down again.
Yeah.
You
It's still
shoot-
doing so. It hasn't changed.
you shoot your flaming arrow. Don't know how you got it on fire, cause
Tinderbox
I
or
have,
something.
I have tinderboxes and stuff.
okay. So you light your you light your arrow and fire off your arrow. Though the Bargeshes are more concerned about devouring what's left of the wyvern and, well, the corpse of the sheep.
So we can now.
You can now see it. Those who don't have dark vision, you can see them.
Yeah.
At least they can see where they are.
How many? Can we see how many Bargesh there are? Because you didn't say.
Oh, Jesus, there's another 5.
So
There's 5 of them?
Yes.
Right, that's
I
fine.
mean,
Oh,
they're
let's
already
see.
screwing up our plans. Should I just
Lightning?
obliterate them?
Yeah, just
Yeah,
obliterate them.
please do.
Okay.
Try and leave
Can
one
I
of them.
obliterate them?
I like how you always say the obliteration option, but if he does truly obliterate them, you get Diddly Squad XP.
Worth.
What?
I mean, I get XP, so I win.
Honestly, worth it.
Fair.
We need one of their bodies just to try and lure the thing in.
No, just let him go.
This is,
Just do it.
I mean,
it's gonna be an
technically,
endless
I could
cycle if
give
we
you
do
that. You would have to fight it yourself, but I could give you that. Is that what you want?
Could do.
Do you want a Bargish that isn't dead and is very
No,
much not
that
toasty?
is dead, but intact.
No,
I
no,
can't
no.
do
You
that.
can only do one thing.
I can do not dead or obliterated. Those are the two
Not
options.
dead. Okay, not dead.
Kill.
That's fine.
So you want,
Obliterate.
so you want
Kill.
all of them obliterated.
Kill.
Just do it. Just do
Okay.
it.
So fireball
Insert
in
your
the
meme
middle,
here.
middle of the group of Bargish.
I'm gonna be forever level 3.
Don't worry about it.
Just gonna get better.
I have like this.
Okay.
Fuck off. I have like second least amount of HP.
Who's got the least?
I think Matt did, so I think now I have the least.
Yeah,
Bargish
you're not the
roll
least.
Dex.
Hmm?
I'm fireballing in the middle of the Bargish.
They need to do
Obliteration.
dex.
They roll a Dex.
Okay, give me 1 second.
While I start to figure out the math.
Dex, okay.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Is that for all of them?
That's all of them as a group.
Okay. Well,
Because
then
they're
they
all-
We're
take
very focused on that.
41 damage.
Oh, wait, what? Oh, no, that was 12d6.
12 d6s. 41 damage.
Right. Are they?
You
There's
hear
not even dust left.
you hear a whimper, and when you after there's a great plume of fire, dark fire, and then you hear a whimper. You look in the direction and you see the 5 Bargesh running slightly on fire away.
Oh damn, they ain't dead.
Oh, okay.
But they left
Maybe
us
they can
the
act.
core.
Maybe the flaming Bargish will act as bait for the thing.
They
Can you
left
smell
us the
that?
2 corpses though.
Smells like burnt meat.
Smells like burning hair, Sean.
Shall we not chase them to finish him off?
You know,
No,
a good
no, no.
idea. If we want,
Let
if we
them
want them
burn
dead,
on their
but-
own asses.
Can
I'll tell you what.
fuck a hand axe at them?
I tell you what,
No,
roll
that's running
me.
away, that's
Someone
illuminating
roll
with
me. Need to look at a sheet. Somebody roll me a nature.
I ain't doing it.
I have +4. I can do it.
Yeah, you
I have no
probably do it.
modifiers, so you do it.
2.
22.
Bearing in
Yeah,
mind this is a bit of a flail for a roll because I didn't know what to make you roll.
22.
What is it we're doing?
You continue watching the burning Bargesh. After they've run for about 5 minutes, something swoops down.
Oh,
The thing.
Pot shot that! Everybody pot shot that!
I fucking
How far
hand
away
axe
is
at
it?
it. Yeah.
Connor's gonna fuck a hand axe at it. I'm
They've-
taking a pot shot.
1 second. They've run about a good 20, 30 feet away from you now.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
I
fine.
still have the
fine.
ring. Yep.
Yep, I got enough range.
Who's rolling first? Because I'm assuming we're all going at once.
Let Connor roll first.
So it swoops down and it gets one of the Bargesh. Picks up one of the blazing Bargesh.
So we know where it is.
Alright. So can I fuck
Go.
a hand axe?
You
out
can
of
throw a
it?
hand.
Go.
Yep.
Fine.
Yeah, I think your hand axe has the range.
Am I
so
rolling strength? I have them equipped.
You-
yeah.
okay,
I have
so
hand
you
axes
just-
equipped and a sword.
To throw it, you just roll a hit.
Yeah, 1d20.
So just a d20 plus 5.
Okay, it's plus 5. Okay, 17.
1 second. You miss. It falls just shy.
The fuck do we need to hit this thing?
I'm going to
Probably a
cast
bunch.
lightning bolt to see if it hits. You need a dex
Yeah,
save.
yeah, go for that.
That needs to beat 13. It probably will.
Wow, I
but
ain't gonna
yeah.
get that back. I'd been okay with just hitting the bargash.
No, you will be able to get it back because it'll be on the ground somewhere. Just
It'll be. If it was flying up, I'd fuck that thing miles. I
It
don't
was
even care.
at-
I said
at-
hand axe because I don't care about losing it.
you've got to remember with D&D, if you're making an action on just seeing something swoop down, you're throwing it as it's swooping down. So it's not
You said
necessarily
it as it picked it up, didn't you?
yeah. So it's not necessarily left the vicinity of the floor yet.
And then you throw it.
So it's not took off. It's just grabbed the bargage. It's just about hovering there at the minute. At this point in time.
Fucking moving.
Like I said, Nick, dex save needs to beat 13.
I think everyone's attacking
yep.
at the same time.
Fucking nat 20'd. It looks.
It takes half damage on a successful throw. Does it still count?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's half damage. If the spell says half damage, then it's half damage. Unless it's immune to the type of damage, then.
It's lightning.
Roll your damage. Nick will know if it's half, then you need to do that.
Script errors.
What did you do?
I broke everything. I tried to do something.
86 plus
Oh,
2.
Okay,
over
so
2.
just basically that is your normal damage. It ignored the divide. Oh, I see. You did the space at the end.
25 divided by 2.
12 and a half.
Thank you.
So it takes
Wanna
12
round that up
damage.
or down?
I think it runs. I don't know.
So,
I'll round
hit
it up.
What's the spell again? Lightning bolt.
lightning bolt.
Okay.
I just see it.
It just says half as much, so I'd say round down maybe.
You've now caught it's now looking in your direction. So guess what, everybody?
Initiative.
Dex
Roll
save.
initiative.
Oh, wait, what?
Your D20 plus your
plus
initiative.
Initiative modifier.
What the fuck's my initiative? Where is it?
The very top next to your armor class.
Oh.
You got 20,
One,
Nick.
I
I
see.
got 17. Actually, no. I plus 1, you didn't, so I got 20.
16.
Nick is
Okay.
yeah. And mine is
Gemma.
19.
Oh, sorry.
We're rolling
In a fight,
initiative.
you can Participate. You don't have any restrictions.
Piss.
Kill it to your heart.
Yeah. What's initiative based off of?
I don't know.
I don't
13.
actually know.
I think it's Dex for some reason.
Okay, so Gemma is going first.
Bam! Right, so holler at me with an order, please. Nick.
It is Gemma. Richard.
Oh,
No,
Gemma.
Gemma, Sean.
Which one
Yeah,
we
Gemma,
choose?
Sean,
Richard.
then me.
Uh,
Lemonade.
Yeah, Connor.
Being.
Wait, no, it's the
Connor's
the
last.
thing, then Connor, then Renee.
Yeah, Connor.
Yeah,
Renee.
thing, then con.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So the order is Gemma, Sean, Richard, Nick, Connor, me.
So,
Yeah.
Gemma, how are you starting off this fight?
Trick blessed.
Jimmy, remember that thing I sent you on Instagram?
Right, roll to hit them, my dear.
This is a broken record of a warlock here.
It's fine.
I mean, to be fair, Eldritch Blast ain't bad. Like when you max it out, it's the highest damaging cantrip ever.
Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Yep.
I mean, we're only trying to.
Okay, so she hits, and she hits.
Like an 18.
So roll your damage of the missile or the bolts.
I don't remember if I plus
You do
7?
add the thing to them, yes.
7.
Yes. I'm not sure if you should be adding 7 3 times or just once, but I don't know.
'Cause I wanna do
One
3
for
hit.
one for each missile, so she can add 7
Okay,
3 times.
So Okay. Well, the first missile does 14. The second missile does 14. And the third missile does
So
11.
that's 28,
39.
39.
Has anyone noticed what I've posted? Or is it just not worth commenting on?
Notice board.
Eldritch Blast.
Cameras the Super
Yeah.
Saiyan.
Okay.
I had to. It's just something I felt.
Okay, Sean, your turn.
20.
Deck save 13, please. Like another lightning bolt.
So how much did Gemma just hit it for?
39.
39.
Right.
Needs to beat 13.
I think it's +2. Is it +2? No, it's +1. 10.
Wait. So I said it was 86 last time. $36.
You hit it, and the light. You watch as the lightning sparks across its body, lighting up its form, and it is big.
Do we know what it is?
Big
Or
as
do we have to
fuck.
roll a nature check for that?
No, we don't yet.
You would have to do a nature check, but you're not familiar with this world.
Yeah, so you'd have to get
So
like a nat
basically-
20, wouldn't
All we know so far is it's big ass lizard.
It's
Yeah.
big.
Big ass sky lizard.
It's big.
Ah.
It's scary and pink.
Is it
It's
pink?
big, it's
It's
scary,
not
and it
fucking
wants us
Patrick
fucking
Star.
Anyway,
What is it next?
dead.
Richard.
Yee. Let's see,
I
can I do
evolve.
something cool? I'm not gonna vicious mockery it. That would be funny, but not the best thing to do.
Causes.
I just thought of something. It's flying. You have a spell that I can't find it. I just
What's the
want
spell
to
you on about?
put an image in your head. What's it? So it's the thing that makes the target
What?
uncontrollably laugh and immobile.
Oh, that one. The one that
Just
makes it
imagine
fall over and
starts
laugh.
to and fall out
Would
the
that
air.
work on a
It would.
creature though?
Yeah, laughing dragon.
It does.
It would just
Okay.
fall out the air in my mind. It's just like it starts
Really?
laughing. It can't concentrate on laughing, so it falls
That'd
out.
be
the sky.
relatively convenient.
What the fuck is
Yeah.
it?
I'm sorry, I had to put that in your head.
It's the
I'm trying-
thing's turn next though, so what's I gonna
And
do?
it doesn't get to take a turn if it's laughing. I think
Yeah, if
now,
it's laughing,
but
it
Oh,
doesn't
do
get
it, do it. I don't want to get
If I
fucked.
have it,
Well,
Yes,
in
I
all
also have
fairness,
one.
I should have. Did everybody surround this, or are we at a distance?
We're at a distance.
We're still sort of like.
I mean, you know, we were at a distance. We haven't
We're
moved.
like at the
It's
same
now looking
distance
at us.
we were from the Bargash, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So about 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're in range.
I put you in a sort of
Magic
clump
shit with
formation.
that.
Okay, I can't make it laugh, unfortunately.
Did you get rid of that spell?
Why?
Yeah, because
Sorry.
it's not the most useful spell.
Bollocks.
Immobilization and it just stopping moving seems pretty goddamn useful.
Yeah, how often do we get to use that? You kill it before I
If
usually
we
get
do
to
Yeah,
use
he
it.
does have
enemy,
you
I can-
there.
Okay,
I
fine.
can imagine if I fucking killed over.
No,
Earth
this
Elemental, I would've
is-
died.
This is a map from a game a few of us have played. It is the Dark and Light map. So
I'm
everything
What are you
is.
doing, Richard?
I'm just gonna firebolt the fucker because I don't got much else
Yeah,
that can
that
keep
works.
moving.
You have Toll of the Dead for next time, Richard.
Need to hit that. Well,
I
Lost hit
think
first, right?
Toll of the Dead's a thing.
Eh.
Yeah, I gotta roll to my hit.
Yeah, especially
20.
And as she says, feel free to interrupt all you like.
21. Does it hit?
That's a hit.
Excellent.
What the fuck isn't a hit?
If
3.
it hits lower. than-
17
I'm
apparently.
starting to think it's like, yeah, because I narrowly
I'm starting to
missed
think it's
with
at
it.
like 18.
Yeah, I narrowly
Yeah, it's
missed
probably
the
18,
17.
19-ish.
So,
25.
Okay.
Okay. That is 25 the damage.
Now it's the whatever it is his turn.
Right. So what it is going to do, it is going to throw the Bargesh corpse aside.
I thought it was gonna throw it at
Oh,
us
it's a
then.
breath attack, isn't it?
it's most likely a dragon. Hello?
You're gonna say what else
With
it's
the puppet
doing?
dragon, we're gonna.
And you're gonna all roll me a
Attack save.
wisdom saving throw actually.
Is it magic based?
I'm fucked. Alright, I have 1d20.
No, it is not.
Okay.
Am I
Oh,
fucked?
wait.
I'm
You're fucked.
royally fucked. Okay.
So that's 1.
Yeah,
I'll wait.
that's. I'm
Oh.
dead.
I got
So-
I rolled the
19.
19. I rolled the 15.
Oh wait, I need to get my. thing.
Okay, if somebody
You're-
could get healing shit ready for me, that'd be
15.
appreciated.
What
So
are we
that's
throwing?
Wisdom
A
saving.
wisdom save.
Oh.
What even? It isn't a magic attack? Like, why the hell
Plus
would you need a
17,
wisdom
Gemma.
save?
Is it poison, Nick?
I don't know, you fuck.
No.
Oh
Yeah, wait.
shit.
Okay, then Sean doesn't get to. Not Sean. Nick. Connor doesn't get to roll again. Fucking bitch ass
Wait.
Nick.
Wait.
So, the people who are in most danger are
Me.
Gemma and Connor.
Is
I
it
rolled a
any
3.
type of vapor or gas?
Nope.
Okay, just checking.
I would love to know what
I'm
it's doing
gonna
now.
die.
It is using its frightful presence.
I know
Oh.
what it is now.
Oh, it's just generally scary.
It's intimidating, really.
It's trying to intimidate us.
And it's
Well, I'm-
intimidated most of you so far because you have to beat
Apparently.
16.
Wait,
Ah,
I just
Richard's
remember the
only one
thing.
hat.
I remember the thing. If I can remember this, where is it? I wrote it in here. I wrote it in here myself. I know it's here.
Richard, you don't have to worry. You're safe anyway.
Yeah, but I'm immune from being frightened.
Fair.
I
If
already
I'm
know.
if I'm next to my friends, I can't be frightened.
So is that everybody rolled?
What was that?
Wait, is there a
It's
ranged
part
attack?
of one of my injections.
Within 120 feet.
So is it ranged?
Okay.
It's not an attack. It's literally... Roar!
Just trying to yell at us?
It's literally just yelling at us.
It's using its presence to intimidate you. And
I was
those...
feeling pretty intimidated anyway, so...
So I basically just curled up into a ball and.
Do you want to know the best thing?
Ten.
Do you want to know the best thing? What did Gemma roll?
10.
Okay, so...
Connor who rolled a 3.
the number
Connor
that
did back to Richard for an attack.
Do they just skip their turn? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they are feared for actually no, actually Connor gets to make it. You each get to make a save to try break out of it. To be fair,
What's
So,
the
Okay.
yes.
What do I need to
So
roll?
Connor
Wisdom
just
saving
make another
again.
Save.
Oh, cock.
Roll the same save.
17?
Okay, there we go.
so
Are
you
you
have
doing
broken
okay?
free, but that is your turn. Out the way.
Okay,
You've
and
managed
Renee's
to.
turn.
You've managed to
John,
snap
don't roll
yourself
yet.
out.
I've stopped wetting
That counts
myself.
as your turn, but you don't. So you don't.
Yeah, it's not your go yet, Sean.
Ignore that, because I
No,
did-
count it as his turn. He failed. So Renee's turn.
It's Renee's turn. She
I'll
got.
take-
Renee's gonna break it. Gemma's turn.
She's kind of
Try and break
mesmerized.
the thing.
Gemma, you got to try break out of the
Disadvantage.
fearedness.
I'm not even intimidated at this point, I just think it's really cute and I don't want to kill it.
Nope, doesn't break out.
Only Connor and Richard can kill.
Oh, cock.
Richard,
Okay,
you're
so
up.
we're not afraid. Okay. I will use. I'm gonna point at this thing. And it will hear a sound of a ringing church bell as I use Toll the Dead.
I can do the sound effect.
Go on.
No!
No.
I'm kidding, I'm kidding.
Right,
I'm kidding.
Toll the Dead. Where am I looking for Toll the Dead?
It's one of my spells. I got
Next to
2
vicious
12
knockout.
damage.
Honestly, I don't even remember how I did it
12
last time.
necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's if it's.
I'm
So
gonna
Richard
get
hit for
my
what
adding-
damage?
Is there no save
Make me
for
a
that?
wisdom save.
I was gonna say.
Wisdom save.
I mean, it can't be very smart, can it?
I don't know.
It's 11.
If it's what I
puzzle
think-
dragon of some sort, so. It
Ah,
doesn't win.
it's a bit of an
Just-
idiot. Yeah.
So, it takes 16 damage.
Necrotic.
Necrotic.
I've missed a step of damage, so 16. Okay. Okay,
Missing some of its health.
Kosher,
Did
though,
we just take one turn, or are we all stood here going, wow?
Are they, yeah,
No,
is it,
you-
like, how long does it
You're
last?
all still fit, aren't
frightened for a minute, so yeah, one turn.
Okay, so...
After the
Now-
Wind Rider, Connor will get a hit.
Actually, there
Yeah.
there is 6 of us, so yeah, it's the Wind
Now
Rider's turn, and then
because Richard just went.
Yeah.
you? Wind Rider.
well, Nick just said
Is
it.
that what
So.
this thing is? I don't
Ah, it's a Wind Rider. Thank you, Snowden.
Well, I could guess it was a Wind Rider from knowing Dark and Light, but you know,
I don't know what
somewhat
Wind-
know
Wind
Dark Light,
Rider
but I
is,
don't know
but
what the
okay.
fuck it is.
it's the boosted thing,
Boosted
was
thing.
gonna
It's an
smile.
up. It's an upgraded Wyvern.
the plane that we're on. What's it called?
Never
The
mind, it
Nidhogg
doesn't matter.
fields.
I know what it is. It's the thing. The bee lizard that's bigger than a wyvern.
Barry?
No,
Just it doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. It's a big.
Doesn't matter.
It needs to
fuck-off
die.
thing.
Next turn.
It's thought of
Yeah.
as a god by one of the.
And
gods, so,
because he's done the most damage and he's looking the most fearsome in its direction at this minute, it's going for Richard.
Fair.
Makes sense.
Reaction, Richard. Don't forget you have reaction.
Yeah, I know I have reactions.
Well, good
Hits.
luck.
But I will react and shield.
Fair.
Hold
Ha-
on.
So,
No, hold on. No, that's not how shield works. It pluses your
That-
AC 5.
Yeah. So
After
adds 5. So does it be 15?
Yes.
Oh no, 16. Yeah, it still be 16. Never mind. I'm still taking damage, but I shielded. So
Oh,
So now he feels better about it.
taking damage.
it
Oh,
breaks
yeah.
through my shield and stabs me in the face.
You then take. That's it. Oh, by the way, it has a multi-attack.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
great.
We're all dead.
Don't worry, I'll react to the
I
second
should
one
not
too.
have- I should not have gone for this. I made a terrible decision.
Yeah,
When
fucking
don't
suck.
you make a terrible decision?
When I make a good decision.
Very good.
So you take 17 piercing damage.
That's great.
Then it swings at you again. This time, instead of with its face, with its claws.
Then
What's that?
once it does so, I'm going to hellish rebuke it.
Well, that
So I'm
do.
just wait until it attacks.
16.
If you shielded, you would have had this
It's
same thing.
Still
but-
technically the same turn, so it counts. Until the start of my next turn.
but can't you only do one reaction at a time?
Yeah, but it's
No.
until the start of my next turn.
So he used a reaction
So
on
I
the
used
first
it,
attack,
and
and
then
now
it'll
he's
keep
using
going.
a second reaction because the shield's still up.
Okay.
Is that a hit?
I don't think so.
16.
No, it just meets
With
it.
this shield,
Yeah, so then it's a hit.
Is it?
with this shield reaction,
You,
it's
you get the, you have to.
16.
Does it have to beat 16? What does it have to beat when you have your +5?
16.
16.
Yes,
It's
it beats
the same
it,
thing.
just.
Yeah,
Okay.
just beats
so
it.
hits me again. But
It's
this
enough.
time it will be set on fire. Hellfire.
Okay.
Roll me a dex.
He's
I mean,
not
you can roll damage first, so I'm probably gonna die. But you know.
Yeah, roll the damage for Nick, for Richard. See if he dies first. If he dies.
Okay.
don't
So
roll.
first off,
No, if he dies, he can still do it.
Okay, yes, true, actually.
God, if you die, I'm fucked.
Oh yeah, we're all fucking dead.
no, he's not. 'cause
14.
It's Connor's turn,
Not
then
dead.
it's my turn. So it's all...
Okay, so dex.
Richard, what's your
Then
health?
you're almost dead.
Okay, so give me a second. My watch is telling me it's 10 o'clock. Okay, so it will take damage now.
okay.
Just trying to see. I think this is it. It might be this one actually. That 12 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
And
that's-
then with its other claw.
great.
How many multi attacks does it have?
Yeah, it has a one multi attack, which means there's 3 of them.
Okay.
It may attack once with its bite and 2 with its claws.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, that one hits.
he's dead.
That's a hit.
Probably dead.
That wasn't a damage though, was it?
No, but
No.
he's still dead, regardless. Have
Yeah,
you
I
checked
have
his
7
speed?
health left.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I don't. have
It's
any.
okay. When I get to my turn, don't worry about it.
You know when you keep missing the. When you keep missing the D, I'm just gonna say it because it'll get flipped out.
Yay.
14.
So I'm not,
Not bad.
entirely dead, but
Might want to do. Do you get a saving throw this turn? Or you gotta wait for your next one. I
It's
can't-
his
He
next.
has to wait for
I
his
think
next
it's my
one.
next turn.
Okay.
Now it's Connor.
If this is using like the stat block of a proper
Connor?
dragon, I'm going to.
Yeah.
I
Uh,
advise you to use
you-
your turn
yeah.
to stabilize Richard so he doesn't have to make his saving throws.
How do I do that?
You
Just
do a
say
medicine-
Just
you
say you're using your turn.
you
to
give
make
up
me
your
not dead.
turn and stabilize Richard.
So
Okay.
basically, you're going over to him and slapping him with a health potion.
Yeah.
It's not even
Actually,
slapping me with a
slap him,
health
just-
potion, just stopping me from being dead.
You just need
Okay.
to roll a medicine check to try and keep him from dying.
Oh shit. Okay. My medicine is not very
That's
good.
fine.
Don't worry
Plus
about it.
zero.
Just roll it.
It's literally just a plus zero.
Sean,
That's-
I need you to do me a favor. Be quiet.
Oh, hey.
So I'm fine.
He's
That did it, I
you're
think.
fine, I think.
Yeah.
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 If it healed him for that amount, then he's on 10 now. I believe.
No,
So,
he doesn't
no.
get healed for that amount.
What does it do?
I don't get
I
healed.
don't, I
it's just
don't
the
know.
fact that it,
I'm
He's,
just
he's
saying.
stable.
Connor doesn't know. That's fair.
I
He's
go
not-
up to
not
1
dead.
health, I think.
He's not dying.
There we go.
No,
I
you're
have
stable. You
1
don't
hit
go to. Yeah, you get put to 1 hit point.
I thought you just get left as it is until an hour later.
Sean, shut up.
Up next is Magical Reeler Bitch.
Wow, I don't feel there was any need to call me a
That's
bitch,
rude.
to be honest.
People think I'm rude.
Richard, put your health up by 11.
Nice.
That is
And
Richard the Healed.
then-
On 12.
11. Heal. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then up next is the Gemma again.
Yay. Yeah, you're blessed.
Okay, rolled the hit.
I did it wrong anyway, but it doesn't matter.
Seeing the pain your comrade is in, you kind of
Panic.
you're a bit unfocused. It's like, should I be saving him? What should I be doing? Then after that is Sean.
Hey, how close is it?
About 30 feet away, oh no, it's
No. It's like right next to us because it hit me.
it's practically
right
in your
now.
face.
It's using
You can hit it with a melee attack. Is how close it is.
13, please.
Do I even want to ask?
It's oh god, it survives. It doesn't take whole damage. It's Asengard's Scorcher.
Okay.
3d8 fire damage, halved.
So just roll it and divide it by 2.
Rollin, Herfit.
6.
6.
And I'm going to use meta magic to turn Acid Splash into a bonus action. Another deck save, please.
Fucking acid splash. Oh,
He likes acid splash. He's just a weirdo.
I'm having flashbacks of acid splash.
You'll find it's my favourite spell.
You flick your acid splash in the direction of this being, and it just seems to slide off.
Wouldn't give a fuck.
Immune to acid. Get wrecked.
Right.
I can do another one next turn, see if it works. Not acid though. I'm doing a different spell.
Up next is the corpse.
I'm not a corpse. I have a few health left.
The semi-corpse.
Then you know what? Where is
It's
it?
like
I
half
know I
as
have
much
it.
as my total.
I have a thing. I'm going to use one of the doses of my ointment of not dead.
Fair.
So I
That
will
does take his
do-
action, yes.
Yeah. It's literally keeping myself alive. So deal with it.
Wait, Nick, what,
I get an extra 12 hit points.
Nick, what,
He's on the
What type
same
of creature are we?
stats are you using for this?
Like, is it a dragon?
Are you using dragon stats?
It is a dragon, yes.
Is it like an adult dragon?
Meaning
Yeah,
Would
it's,
that-
yeah.
I've been
Yeah.
chipped,
No, because the creature isn't a dragon.
but I want to be able to speak to it.
Nope.
I mean, if it's the stat block of a dragon, it'll speak Draconic.
Yeah, that is true.
Can he speak to Conic though?
She can.
But
yeah.
no, it is not. For all intents and purposes, it is not a dragon.
So mean, I
Can
want to
speak
speak to
Draconic.
it. I want to ask it nicely to piss off.
Can we settle with stabbing it? Multiple times.
We can settle with that.
Right, Richard's done his heal, so this time it's it kind of as a haha you didn't that failed. It's gonna turn and take its go at Sean this time.
I'm going
So
to
wait, what
cast
did
disadvantage on this first attack,
and Sean hits
regardless of what it is.
it for? What did Sean hit it for?
Disadvantage, remember, Nick.
Yeah, that's why I'm typing it twice. Still hits.
Barely. Has the same hit me with the same number as my.
Still.
Yeah, so is a
It
hit.
still hits.
Yeah, it's a hit.
I know. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying. Almost. 18.
18.
Then with its other two,
Oh shit.
it's
I'm so dead.
no. It's gonna.
If it makes you feel
We
any
are
better,
fighting a literal dragon. We are dead. We cannot
If
deal with a
that-
dragon.
if
You
that
have
first-
actually almost dealt with it.
Yeah, we already within the first 3 attacks we dealt 100 damage to it. So we're not doing too badly.
And then Richard died, now we've stalled massively.
Like,
See, we could deal with the dragon better if I was allowed to use stats from the dragon.
A bit of a metagame question,
Who's
but
that
how
hit?
much health does it have? Like left?
That would be metagaming.
I
too
know,
meta
but
game
I'm
to
not-
tell you.
Fair.
Who's that hitting though, Nick? That 30.
That's fine.
That's still hitting you.
Okay, I'll
literally
see if
using
that's
a multi-attack.
That's not damage.
That
know.
that is him hitting the impossible.
I'm
He
waiting.
literally hit you through the nth dimension of fuck you.
For 13 damage.
Oh dear lord, no.
However, it is going to swing its other wing/arm.
Hold on, didn't you already roll 2 attacks?
Yeah, it has 3.
Gets 3.
1 bite and 2 claws.
Yeah, he hit me with the first bite, missed with the second attack.
Oh,
now he did
okay.
30.
Oh!
I didn't realise I'd rolled
No.
twice to hit. Sorry, yeah, so, no.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay.
Yeah, so all the damage is at Sean
Connor, you're
because
up.
of the miss.
What am I doing? Okay.
Stabbing the fucker?
It's in
Great
stabbing
sword.
range. I'm
It's in
gonna
stabbing
try to
range.
fucking decapitate it.
That thing's in
roll the
fuck
hit.
you range. It very much is.
Yeah,
You roll
literally
your d20 plus your
plus
5.
strength. Yeah.
If it's the exorcist you're using, then plus 5.
I'm fucked. No. Alright.
Still a bit rusty from being locked in a
Raise its
cupboard for all of
fucking
eternity. Grace its nose, that's a complete miss. That's, whoops, fell over. I'm a bit tired.
Okay. Thank you for that.
11.
It is a miss, unfortunately. You're within
Late today, my boys.
you're within range, but you seem to be dancing underneath it.
I'm doing like the fucking running man underneath it, ain't I?
I am
Gemma,
dead.
you're back up.
Sean,
you
you
know,
best
I'm
use your
going
turn to
to
drink a
have-
health potion then. Gemma's
you-
using. Can I guess, Gemma? Can I guess? Eldritch Blast.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Well, we need to know for your damage calculation, but yeah.
She's rolling an Eldritch
16?
Blast.
Yes, 3.
16 and then another 17
18.
and then another
Equals 7.
10 equals 7.
Oh no.
Can I do that again?
Yeah, you can do that last one again.
When 1d10 equals 7, it's 8.
So that's 16 damage
Yeah.
is the last one.
Oh, and then I fucked up the last one.
No,
I
you
think the
Right,
16 is the last one.
With
Oh,
the
no, because the 8 doesn't count because it's illegal. Equals.
yeah, but
I know I still get an 8, but
no,
No, Gemma, you
No, that
You rolled
the
the second
16. Like you rolled 4
you rolled 4 times.
times 7, you rolled 4 times.
So-
Wait,
Don't
I
count
did
the
11.
7.
No, no.
Yeah,
you
but the
take off-
before that you
That
rolled
one doesn't
twice.
count. There was 2 more that you did before
Oh
that.
yeah.
No, there wasn't.
There is.
Fuck.
Oh, there is. Oh, my apologies.
So
But
the
either
last one
way-
doesn't count, which is the 8.
With
Unless,
that,
unless it was the higher level, in which
16,
case you get the 4.
17, and
But
16.
What?
okay,
16, 17, 16,
with that
14.
with that attack, the eldritch energy jumps from her hands, punching it hard in its chest, to which you hear the ribcage crack.
Then perish.
A moment later, a spurt of blood erupts from its chest
oh my god, it's
as
fucking
she
animated.
punctured its heart with its own ribs.
Has it doused anyone in blood?
At the time, it was above Heldrishan, so yeah.
Oh, come on! I want it to be covered in blood. That's not fair.
Well, technically, with the size of it, you're all within range. You all got a bloodbath.
Can we do a dex save?
Give blood.
No.
It's a fucking bloodbath. Just take it like a man.
And it's
If you're really
with
that bothered, just clean yourself up afterwards.
the death
I'll just
of
walk into town though.
it is with the death of this here
Dragon.
Wind Rider
Dragon. It's a dragon for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
that we will end the session for tonight.
Victory!
So, TT to stream,
Bye, stream.
and hit that follow button to see our
I
next
don't think so.
session.